Welcome to episode 20 of
20?
the Two Beerded Guys. Episode 20. I am, as always,
20.
TBG_ops guy. With me today,
I am Mudhog, B&Q.
basically, you know, the bald badass. And behind the camera, the one, the only,
Oscar Matt.
which he has his own microphone today. So you should.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear him.
Kylie, hey, can you do it? Come here. Can you go get my phone off the couch, sweetheart? Sorry, guys. But anyway, hopefully you can hear him. I gotta grab my phone real quick so I can actually make sure we are.
Yeah. We tried to set him up with a microphone so you can hear him just a little bit better.
I almost count now.
Almost.
Thanks, sweetheart. The more adorable person in the house, you know. What can I say?
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up what we're doing real quick. Make sure I can hear. John, you got anything for him right now?
A couple just quick notes
We're good
here,
to go.
and Matt, go ahead, talk.
Oh, well, hey, easy time. Tabs on and hecking us both. Hey, guys. Good to see you.
We're a little bit delayed. Hold on. Sorry, guys. You need
He's
to
quiet.
You need to turn yours up, Matt.
All right, we'll pay attention. And guys, tell us if there's a buzz coming from it. I've tried to keep his level a little lower, just because I noticed a buzz, but I don't know if it's going to come through on the feed or not.
By the way, hi Russ, hi Tab. I
Yes.
saw Tabby today.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tab
you're
came into the
lucky.
mothership. I was really lucky.
She said exactly that. Great to see you earlier.
Yeah,
And Brett's on, too. What's up?
yeah, fuck him. What up, Brett? But yeah, I'm excited for the beers today. What about you?
Yeah, I think we got a lot going on. Totally a different type of night than we normally do. There's no stouts.
No stouts. Zero
No
stouts.
stouts at all. So very interesting. Sad that our scheduled guest, Jordan, couldn't make it.
Yeah, Jordan, one of the owners of her and her husband owned Books and Brews Noblesville. She was supposed to join us today, but it's just been a crap-tastic day for her today. So
Right. And so, because there's no Jordan, I mean, he literally walks in right as we're going to talk to him and introduce him. If you caught the...
very end of last week's episode.
We have Rob.
Hello.
Rob.
Hello.
But yeah, so we got Rob today, so I'm excited. Ooh, I like the shirt today. Ooh, I like that.
That's quite
It's
nice.
very Jonathan appropriate, I thought.
Yes.
He dresses to make John happy.
Oh, and I forgot to take the picture of Oscar and Matt, so...
Oh yeah, you better.
You
do
know,
that
I got
soon.
all these beginning things to take care of that we didn't take care of because we're super professional.
Well, you know, things got changed today. You know, we're creatures of habit. When things throw us out of our routines, you know.
Whatever we got to tell ourselves.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
I'm trying.
You
All right.
You gotta adapt, man. You gotta. How come
Well,
the
that's-
monitors are blank? I can't see me.
What are you saying, John?
Are we gonna pick like what ones we're looking forward to most?
Sure, why not? All right, so Matt, we'll start with you today. What beer are you most looking forward to?
I'm really curious to try the eggnog one, just because that's so weird and I like eggnog. Let's see how that rolls. And the rest of them are all like sour, so this is the
Or IPAs.
I hate that day.
Oh, I love sours. This is what I picked out of your fridge.
What about
Very
you,
nice.
brother?
There's two I'm looking forward to. Number one, the John Lemon. It's a lemon meringue. So super interested to try that. And this, I've been interested in this strawberry frosted donut milkshake IPA for a while.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so hopefully that holds up to what it says it is.
Mine's gonna be the sour that we have from Anchorage Brewing.
Okay.
It's a blueberry sour called the Experiment. It's out of Anchorage, so woohoo!
We had a couple Anchorage Brewing stuff, and
Yeah.
they've been pretty solid.
Yeah, nothing's disappointed us so far. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to try them. But yeah, our first beer of the night is the one. I'm sorry, Rob. What is your anticipated beer?
I'm a big Taxman fan, and
Oh, yeah?
I see this. Is that a Taxman guy?
Yes, it is the Blackberry Citrus spinoff.
Ooh, okay. I've been to Taxman in 3 different cities. I think they only have 3 different places. I'm a big Taxman fan.
Yeah, they have Fort Bill, Bargersville, and Indianapolis.
Yep, I've been to all 3.
I have as well. I really love the new Cityway one downtown.
Which one has the best food?
Bargersville was fantastic.
Cityway?
I've only been to Bargersville, and that food was amazing.
So I mean, the food at Fort Bill is amazing too, and Cityway's like they sunk a lot of money into that thing.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah, and the waitresses are nice to look at.
That does help. Yeah, you're not
Can we,
wrong.
can we do that here?
We can say whatever we want. That's fine.
Yeah, no, we
had,
said worse.
Yeah, we've had some bad Corona stuff on before. So
Hashtag thanks, Corona.
thanks, Cam.
Oh God, I forgot about him. So our first beer is the Strawberry Frosted Donut Milkshake IPA with strawberry and vanilla and lactose. It is by Destination Unknown Brewing Company.
Yep.
Out of Bayshore, New York.
Yep.
It is a 7.2% IPA, and then
they mentioned the donut company too.
Yep, I was literally North Fork Donut Company is who they partnered with for this, which is located in Mattituck, New York. So, and opening a location in Bayshore. So
I know when we've done pastry stouts at the Sun King before, you're literally just putting all those donuts in the fermenter. So
Oh, really?
yeah, sometimes a mash tun, you can do either or.
It kind of sounds a little like yay, aw, at the same time, like, oh, donut beer, but like, all the innocent donuts.
Yeah, it's a lot.
the Jack's Donut beer by Sun King. How many was it they used, John? 10,000?
Oh, something like that.
It was like 10,000 chocolate donuts.
And just because we're getting a comment too, there's a really bad kung fu movie delay on this, so
It's gotten worse.
It's even got worse.
we're trying to work on that.
Live, it's
kinda
never
like
been
trial
wrong.
and
It was only
error.
in the recording.
Yeah. So what we'll do?
So what you did with your when you did the delay,
Yep.
you made it for it changed the live instead of.
It did.
That's funny. I gotta see this. I need to get it pulled up before John fixes it.
While he's doing that, Tab says,
Ooh, we got a buzz too.
Tyler, you should know that you Tab told.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that should fix that. And if there's a buzz, you want to turn your stuff down.
Oh my god! Straight up kung fu.
Okay.
That was amazing.
So we're trying to. So when we're live, the audio syncs and matches, but when it's YouTube takes it and posts it afterwards, we're delayed.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Anyone who knows technical stuff, help us.
We need help. We need an adult.
Pass that over to Matt.
Yes.
I have the can on can.
We're fumbling through this like everything else that we do. We get new technology, we have a learner's curve.
Matt. Did you switch?
Can.
Okay.
Yeah, can.
Cam.
Ooh, today's starting off real bad.
Right.
Anyway,
So IPA, expecting a little bit of hop.
yeah, thank you. I all of a sudden zoned out. Like I lost what I was saying. Ooh. It's not as sweet as I expected.
No. The hops are more.
There's a more citrusy to it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting much strawberry or donut. Or milkshake.
I'm kind of missing the two main things on the can.
Yeah. It's hazy, and it's actually if you're gonna be like, hey, this is a hazy IPA, I'd be hey, it's pretty tasty. But knowing it's supposed to be strawberry donut.
Strawberry frosted donuts.
Yeah.
So they should be sweet.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you think?
It tastes like a Belgian blonde to me. It doesn't taste like it's advertised for sure.
Got floaties.
And it's a little bit warm. What kind of budget we have that we don't have ice cubes? Oh, sorry.
You don't put ice cubes in a beer.
We're on that champagne taste beer budget kind of.
The problem is
maybe we put them in a cooler or something.
Get more flavor out of the beer as it warms up a little bit.
Fans out there, if you have any ideas for how to keep the beers cold so that the incumbent guest
First person,
maybe guest shouldn't be a whiny bitch.
Yeah, the incumbent. That sounds like you're like on trial for something.
Yeah, he's over here getting free beer and he's bitching it's slightly warmer. And that was actually one of the colder beers we've drank.
We did good. We only put it out about 20 minutes beforehand.
Yeah. So,
I thought incumbent meant.
yes, you were right.
Okay.
Matt got confused.
It just sounds like a.
Before we move on, because we're not ready for that yet.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
wanna
are.
hang
We
myself.
didn't rate.
I know. I just don't like it.
Tyler's just that far over it.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is. I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jonathan. You can start her off.
We'll explain our rating
No,
system.
screw this. I don't like this beer.
You were so...
As always, my mind's all over the place. Sorry, guys. It's been a week and a half. My mind's all over. Anyway, we do the untapped scoring, so 0 to 5 in 0.25 increments. 3 being a perfectly average beer. Anything above 3, you're getting above average. 4 is you're searching it out. That's a beer I'll travel a couple hours, whatever, to go find. Going the opposite direction for under 3 is below average. You hit 2, you're like, I don't really like this beer. You hit 1, it's, oh, fuck no, I'll drink water. So that's kind of, we've never had a 0 and we've never had a 5. So
Yeah. Now,
we've
thank
had
you.
a couple that were real close on 0s.
Platform seltzer.
Platform seltzer.
Platform's going to get a chance to redeem themselves.
They
tonight.
are. Their next to last beer today. They got a chance to redeem
All right,
themselves.
Let's go. All right, score-wise. It's not what it is, so it really needs to be deducted for that. But at the same time, it's not that it's bad. So I'm going to give it 2.
Rob, what about you?
It's better than the one I had last week.
Yes.
We didn't set the bar very high on that.
And I gave the last one a 2.5, so I got to go 2.5 on this one.
Okay.
I'm the easy teacher. I'm the one that you look at your schedule before that senior year starts and go, oh yeah, I got that guy. I'll be sleeping.
It didn't have strawberry. It wasn't sweet. There was no donut. There was no. I mean, it was just a hazy IPA. And if that's all it said on the can, I'd have been more forgiving. When I'm expecting strawberry and sweet, and I get citrus. That pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a 1.5.
All right.
He's like Peter Pan. You
So-
lie to him and it feels like it's the first time.
Oh, I'm 100% like if a can tells me it's supposed to be one thing and it's not, I get real shitty.
It's a liar.
It is. It is absolutely a liar. And so that's just a 2 average.
It's too high. That beer was shit. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm
God.
bitter.
Russell, that's funny.
What?
He sent me a message about his new ringtone,
Oh God.
which is off-screen, Matt.
Doing what?
Maybe we'll play it later.
Oh, God.
We'll get a chance to cue it up. But he didn't realize he also set it as his alarm, so he woke up this morning to off-screen Matt's
Wow, that's a lot of pressure,
dulcet
Russell.
tones.
I'm so happy.
So everybody stay tuned because that tease Jonathan just
Yes.
something to wait for.
Evil
God,
Twin
it's so
Brewing's Eggnog IPA. IPA malt beverage with natural flavors. It is inspired by iconic Yuletide cocktail
probably.
Yeah, I got floaties.
with a twist of what a modern beer should taste like. An IPA shaken up with eggs and with lactose, natural bourbon-type flavoring, nutmeg and vanilla added. It's creamy, nutty, comforting, and rich with nostalgia.
So do you drink eggnog normally?
No,
Oh, I do.
I have like one a year.
this sounds wonderful.
It does. It's an 8% IPA. So at least even if it's not great, we at least get a little bang for our buck on this one.
Yeah.
And I got it pretty cheap.
So what is today's beers are a little bit more out there. Although on our side of the country, at least, these fruity sours are more common. What is the weirdest beer that you've ever? I don't know if I'm gonna go weirdest beer you've ever seen, not necessarily tasted.
Are you talking to me or Rob? I
Either
thought
of
you
you.
were talking to him.
Either of you.
Whew, that's tough. I've seen a lot of weird shit put into beer.
Yeah.
I saw one online not that long ago that was, oh God, what was it? It was like a sage beer.
Okay.
And that's just such a weird, like, it's not like, might have been okay. Like, it's not like off-putting. It's just like, I've never heard somebody putting just sage in a beer. It was like a sage IPA.
Gotcha.
That's literally what it was called, a sage IPA or some bullshit. And I was like, that seems odd to me because you're relying a lot on sage. Like,
Yeah. When I was in Denver about a year ago,
it's a weed. Got it.
nope, Rocky Mountain oysters.
Weed beer is
It
miserable.
was a Rocky Mountain oyster stout.
Oh goodness!
Wow.
I bet it was good.
They said 3 testicles per keg.
Wow. Per keg.
I think so.
That doesn't sound
So
pleasant.
you would drink it on a bet.
I'd drink it normally.
I almost did. I did not.
I was like, I would
I
like
just
5
couldn't bring
oysters.
myself to do it.
Yeah, I need 5 testicles in mine. 3 is weak sauce.
I had one back in college at the Harad that had some kind of, and I didn't buy this. This was something like a dude bought. He was like, "Hey, have some of this," and then afterwards it was enlightened to me what was in it. But it had like possum shit in it.
Whoa!
Yeah. Like it was
Possum
some,
shit?
It was some kind of varmint, that like would eat something and then they'd like take the fecal matter and they put that into the brew.
What?
Roadkill
Yeah,
brewery.
and I was like, I wasn't told this before I drank it. I was like, well, I already drank some now.
And that's how the Corona started.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was a weird thing.
I thought I had a weird beer, but
So my brother, who's watching the show, just texted me and literally said, "Rob's enthusiasm is infectious."
The best part of Rob is the dry pan humor. He's a super funny dude, but he's very
Dry pan?
deadpan.
Dead pan?
It'd be
There's an
dry
asterisk
or
to the
deadpan.
understatement.
I know. I combined both, didn't I?
All right. So again, it's the Eggnog IPA,
Nazi.
8% by
Can.
Evil Twin.
Cam.
We're getting out of this, and now we're figured it out, guys.
Everybody can.
This took us a beer and a half to get it figured out.
Well,
Why do we smell it?
because part of your taste comes through your.
Sniff check. You always smell it first.
But Matt's cleaning the glasses and sticking his fingers.
Just don't think
I have a
about
great story about Rob and his son.
I'm
And
worried.
not on the air, I hope.
Good. Kara's not gonna watch, is she?
Hmm. A little bit of a film at the end.
I taste a campfire.
That's pretty accurate, actually. I mean, if you're drinking an eggnog, it should kind of be a little frothy, mouthfeel to steal your word. But
No, it's leaving a weird texture on my tongue,
Yeah, it is.
like a chemically texture.
Oh my God, why do we do this?
Because we've had more good beer than bad.
Unless I'm here.
Well, our goal is to
Well,
have the
it's common
shitty beers when you're
denominator.
here.
Now we know
Hey,
the problem is.
Jordan's not going to be here. Put away the good stuff. Rob's coming up.
You're lucky we didn't pull out macros, you know? Rob walks in, it's just shit beer.
I can't
Bush
believe
Light,
it.
Milwaukee's best.
Milwaukee's Beast. That's all he gets.
Guys, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm disappointed. I was really excited for that.
I wasn't.
But all right, does anyone actually like eggnog in here, though?
Oh, I love eggnog.
I don't love it, but
my favorite thing
it's better
about
than
the holidays.
this. It said it had bourbon flavors in it. I don't get any of that.
I don't get the nut.
I mean, it's a little almost eggnoggy, like on the finish. Like I
Can you
almost
read
get
that
it.
can again?
Absolutely.
Will you read that? I know you can.
Inspired by an iconic Yuletide cocktail with a twist of what a modern beer should taste like. An IPA shaken up with eggs and with lactose. Natural bourbon-type flavoring. Bourbon-type flavoring? What the fuck
That's what's giving us the weird mouth.
Yep. Nutmeg and vanilla added. It's creamy, nutty, comforting, and rich with nostalgia.
Bourbon flavoring.
Creamy? I get creamy.
No, get it right. Bourbon-type flavoring.
Bourbon type flavor.
What the fuck is bourbon-type flavoring?
Not good.
Like, I know what bourbon flavoring is. it's bourbon
What
type.
if we put bourbon in it? Oh, you guys are done.
Yeah, mine's gone. Once I realized I didn't like
I've
it,
got
I
a
was
little
like,
bit left. I can take a splash.
once I realized I didn't like it, I was like,
Alright, so we got a couple of things saying that
Good.
my audio is sounding worse than normal.
Well, that's no good.
we may
Yeah.
just have to cut him.
Can
Yeah.
we just revert back to a
Yep.
standard?
Cut it and take the Mac
Yep.
headset off. We'll work on that another day.
Yep.
Alright, how do I
I swear it's working.
shut this dude down?
Don't worry about it. Maybe just turn down the volume.
Bam.
Yeah, all the way down.
It's all the way, baby.
Awesome. Welcome back, off screen, Matt.
Which,
Hey!
yeah, you just gotta talk louder.
Hey.
Use the diaphragm, huh?
Yes, use your diaphragm.
So it's gonna be a workout today.
Oh, good lord. All right, Matt, we need another rinse because
That was bad.
Oh, everyone else has done this already? Oh.
John.
They blew me. I went first last time.
No, not ratings.
Okay.
What do you describe that beer as? Like, give me something. Give me the one thing that stood out to you.
That weird mouth flavor from the bourbon type flavoring.
Yeah, the oily,
Yeah.
Filmy, yeah. There was
Yeah.
weird film on your
Like,
tongue.
viscous, not in the glass, but on your mouth.
Yeah. He doesn't like oily things in his mouth.
Oh.
That mouthfeel was not pleasant. There was a little frothiness to it, which
Yeah.
was eggnog-like, but man, that weird film just was miserable.
Did not like that.
What about you, Rob? Anything besides the weird film that stood out to you?
No, I think you covered it.
Um,
I'm not a hoppy guy in the first place, so I'm gonna like the sours more than the hoppies.
Yeah, and That's all we got left now.
No, I mean, technically this is an IPA.
Okay.
I think this one might even be too. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Ratings wise, I'll go first this time. Because fuck that beer. I'm going to give it a 1.25.
Gracious.
Low.
I'm in a mood today.
Not to put any pressure on you, Rob, but I was going to 0.75.
Ooh.
0.75?
I did not like that at all.
That's rough.
Did not like it.
I'll go 1.75. I'll go below 2 for the first time. Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Kind of.
What he said. Thanks, dish bitch.
So it's
Yeah,
a
that's the Yankees hit
1.25.
job.
Does Matt not rate?
No.
He does rate, but he don't count either.
Oh.
What would you rate it?
That one, actually both of them were definitely sub 2. Like, I guess be a little nice. Like, I've had worse things. I could do like a 1.75 on that one or the first one. Like,
Yeah, I'm not real happy. Yeah, no, Matt's score only counts when we don't have a guest.
Or if our guess is like.
Or if our guest has decided to be like,
Well, I'm going to make history tonight. You said there's never been a 5.
oh no, we've had 2 people do 5s.
Oh, but they don't count.
No, they counted, but
the
the
score
average
was-
score was not a 5, and neither one of us have given a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The average has to be a 5. So that's going to require money on that.
We do take sponsorships.
I know both of you guys are buying it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Relatively cheap, I think.
Yeah.
Compared to Bob and Tom, I'm sure you're
You're not wrong. You know, I got some, you can throw some sponsorship dollars our way, it's fine.
That was the first time we've been compared to Bob and Tom. I mean,
No, he did it last week too.
If it doesn't start oh yeah, you're right.
Actually, I made a big impression on off-screen Matt.
We were pretty drunk by
You
the
did
time
show
we
up
got
at the
here.
end of the show.
I give you that.
So, I saw a meme today, and I know memes are only funny when you see them, but it cracks me up just because it compared 2020 to that hold my beer kind of saying. It literally was like, every month in 2020 so far, the next month up's like, hold my beer, like, it can't get any worse. Nope,
Yeah.
hold on. It's been a year so far. Like, 2019 sucked, but 2020's just been like,
I don't really have any words.
I will say this, we seem to have skipped over murder hornets. I'm just saying, that started to be a thing,
That
and
was
then,
a thing, and then it died really fast.
yeah, you know, it must have caught corona.
Rona Hornets.
The-
At least they didn't cross.
oh my god, crossbread hornets!
Rona
But
Hornets, that would be
even-
terrible.
Like, you saw the news story about the chimps still in the corona samples from the lab?
the corona blood samples, greatest thing
the
I've
chimps stole the corona blood
It's a
samples.
prestigious university in India, too.
been.
Right.
You gotta believe that doesn't happen in Harvard.
I just thought, well, they're hitting monkeys around Harvard.
Uh-huh.
Sure there are.
But it doesn't happen.
Well, in cages, yeah. But no, I just thought that was. I saw that and just went, well, COVID-20 is about to start.
Right, shit, dude.
Which I think is funny, like, as bad as 2020 is, like, the year for me personally hasn't been bad, it's been fucked up. But, like, 2019 sucked a dick. So
Oh, 2019 can burn
2020
hell.
is still way better for me. than
Honestly,
2019.
Honestly, on a personal level, 20's still better for me, too. So,
How is that? How can we go through a pandemic, damn near the end of the world, but last year was worse?
my ex-fiance kicked me out of the house and I haven't seen my daughter in a year.
Yeah, that got serious. Alright, so, switching
That was
gears.
awesome!
I always like when our guests have fan clubs. Steph's like, I'm so glad I tuned in to see Rob Scheigel. Look at that right?
Schlegel.
Schlegel.
That's an L, not an I.
Schlegel!
And-
Schlegel!
And then Brett said the murder hornets must have fell victim to the most badass of insects, the praying mantis.
Dude, have you seen the videos of the praying mantis killing murder hornets?
No.
Oh, what? No.
They straight up cut the fucking head off like, nope!
Oh yeah, praying mantis for the win. They do the good work.
Good Lord's work right there.
Our next beer is by Streetside Brewery and was brought to us by none other than Offscreen Matt.
There you go.
This is the John Lemon. I said lemon.
Yeah.
John Lemon.
I'm already
I was reading meringue at the same time. I was getting ahead of myself. Lemon meringue milkshake IPA. I can't wait to put this can on CanCam.
Pretty cool.
Based on the homebrew recipe of our buddies Brandon Lomax and Corey Roden, scaled up for production, John Lemon is a tasty treat hopped generously with Citra for delightful citrus flavors. Lemon juice and vanilla add the perfect lemon meringue and whipped cream flavors, while a smooth milkshake mouthfeel, complemented by our heavy-handed oat-filled gristmill, caresses the palate. We hope you enjoy this beer as much as we enjoyed brewing it with our friends. It is a 6.2% ABV, and Street Side is out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hooday!
OH.
Deaf.
I-O.
There it is.
OH, who cares? Fucking hate Ohio.
Is your fantasy football team still have Bengals players?
Yes.
Wait, there's bingo players still?
We are called the Cincy Nasty.
Wait, they still have a team?
Nobody has a team right now.
It's alright, I'm a Browns fan. I have no room to talk.
The only beer with any sense.
That's when I not to get back to beer necessarily. When I got this, I was like, this has so many bearded guys checklists. It's not a specific, but a hey, here's what's in there, but it's not overtelling.
Yep.
It's got a story. It's got cool can art that John's gone with Steel and Bird Dog and put on his cooler.
It's going in my cooler.
And it's a cool local place.
Absolutely.
They've been open, I think, about 2-3 years now. Yeah, it's a neat little spot if anyone's ever in Cincinnati and would like to check it out. Cool place. Would recommend going.
Off-screen Matt will take you on tours all around Cincinnati.
I know 3 to 4 breweries, so it's a short tour.
Ryan Guys? You've been to Ryan Guys?
Yes, that
That's
would
a
be
fun
one.
place.
I know all the bars.
Yeah, right.
I drink there a lot.
Really
Hey,
cool inside because like that
My uncle
multi-floor.
owns a bar in Cincinnati, in Pleasant Ridge.
Okay.
And if you've never had a Thanksgiving with the whole family in a bar, it's like you take over the bar, and all the dartboards and arcade games are free, and you're in a bar. You're not in somebody's house.
I clearly have done Thanksgiving wrong all these years.
Oh, it's the most fantastic thing ever. I've given my wife
Two Beerded Guys Thanksgiving.
I've given my wife Christmas, Easter, and every other holiday. Just make sure we go to my uncle's bar for Thanksgiving.
I like that. Your family gets everything. We get Thanksgiving, that's it. And it's a great trade-off.
Oh. This comes through on its promise.
Do I need to scoot over? Like,
You don't taste the lemon?
That would taste a little.
no, it was more than, oh.
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Like you need some room with that beer.
Do we need to leave you guys alone for a minute?
Although I'm not getting as much vanilla.
No, this is the second time we've been promised vanilla.
Yeah.
It's a good weekend.
Fuck you guys. Ain't nobody getting vanilla.
Right?
Overall, though, I like the lemon. There is that little bit of meringue.
It's the best one we've had so far.
I wasn't setting the bar very high.
Nope.
So far, off beer week is that's what it
It's
should have
off
been.
beer.
Should have been off beer week
Off
is what
beer.
the name was. We always come up with better names like after we start the show.
Because we've been drinking.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. We need to drink more before the show.
I did my best.
Get those creative juices flowing.
It's not bad. A little bit of vanilla, just a little more vanilla would have,
Yeah.
I think, really finished this off well.
The lemon flavor's there. I get a little bit of lemon zest, even. There's a little bit of the bitterness there from that. Not a lot. It's not overpowering by any means. My two complaints would be not enough vanilla, and it's kind of thin.
I mean, for a milkshake IPA, it probably is a little thin.
Yeah.
I actually wish it had a little more lemon, a little more tartness to it. Good lemon meringue usually get a little tart, and I feel like they could have easily had a tartness to this.
Devil's advocate though, if it's a milkshake, those usually don't have, or a little less on the tart and a little more on the sweet side, just by nature of the style though.
Yeah, because of the lactose and stuff. But I'm just saying what I would do to improve it. And then definitely a little more vanilla. It needs just that little bit of what's promised. What about you, Rob?
I liked it.
Great commentary there, Rob. They don't call him the best color guy in the business for no reason.
You can't say that.
What did you say?
He got it. He got it. Major League reference, and he got it.
Is that all we got?
Yes!
Two goddamn hits.
Can't say goddamn. Ah, nobody's fucking listening anyways.
Tell me Jesus Christ couldn't hit a curveball.
Oh, that just made my day. I was hoping you'd pick up on that. Thank you.
That's probably in
Which-
that box over there, by the way.
It's one of my all-time
There's
favorite movies.
over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going through that after the show. One of my all-time favorite movies is Major League. I mean, it's so funny. But back to the beer.
actually, before we do that, I did not get the reference. I was just like, how do you know that Rob's done color commentary before?
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
John's
I
like,
was just like,
man,
that's
Tyler
pretty
figured
good.
that out. Like,
Right.
that's
I don't remember having that conversation with Rob off screen.
no,
You talking about volleyball color?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
no. He just got my major league reference.
I got I was Dave.
That makes a lot more
I
sense.
was Dave, the guy who's sober in the beginning of the movie and tanked at the end. Whereas Bob Uecker is tanked at the beginning of the movie and sober at the end.
That makes a lot more sense than him knowing about you calling volleyball.
No.
No, I'm not a stalker. I don't know what Rob does in his free time.
So before we get
You
to
know I'm
ratings,
available apparently.
we've got a
That
question.
was John.
Very short notice.
Brett says, "Does the milkshake bring all the boys to the yard?"
I mean, there are 4 of us here, but
Not
no.
this one.
Rob, it's your turn to grade first. What would you give the John Lemon?
This is one where I would say I wouldn't go looking for it, but I wouldn't mind it. So is that right around 3 range or a little
So
less
3 is
than-
perfectly average. 4 is you're searching for it. So it'd be somewhere in between.
So I would say 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 2.75. I think it'd be a 3 if it was either added a little more tartness or a little more vanilla. One of the two.
So you're saying it's below average.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah. Based upon what it's... So, I was going to go 2.75. Based upon... It said it had vanilla. I did not get much of that at all. It wouldn't take it much to be a 3.5. I
No.
don't think. But out of this can... And it very well... Matt had it on tap, I think. Like, if it is on tap, maybe it tastes different. But out of this can, I'm a 2.75.
I agree. We always base it based on the can we're having, so...
Yeah.
Or at least we try to. Every once in a while, slightly inherent bias creeps in.
Yeah.
Do you like it, Matt?
I think it's pretty good. I kind of agree. Like the flavors there, you get that kind of hint of lemon meringue, but it's not like really. It's a little more subtle than like heavy flavored.
There's more
I could've-
promise than the prior.
Yeah, I could have gone for a little more lemon or a little more lactose, but I think it's pretty good. It's a solid. It's a good summer drinking beer.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad by any means. I mean, I'd say it's a 3. It's definitely worth drinking.
I'll agree with Rob on that. There is such a chance for it to be a damn good beer.
Yeah.
There's a lot more promise on that. And the other two, there's too much shit to fix.
Eggnog beer was not a good idea.
No.
And I don't
No,
remember
no.
the first one we had.
I still want an eggnog beer.
Ugh.
The strawberry donut.
Oh, yeah. That one, they just fucked that up.
Yeah, I'd be interested to try another eggnog beer.
Wait,
see if
did you
someone
just-
does a crack at it?
Did you
right?
just say you forgot what we had already?
Yeah, because it left that big of an impression.
It was pretty lackluster, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
It was definitely below average.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can-
I need to change my score to 3.5. I forgot the Cincinnati factor.
Not changing the score.
No.
What is the overall score?
2.75.
2.75?
Yep.
Sorry, Joe Burrow. My fault.
Also, Steph said, yes, can't confirm. John did drink a few beforehand.
It's just Pachanga, though.
Oh,
Nobody
well,
Those don't count.
Nobody likes the tattletale stuff.
I may or may not have been working, but it's okay.
Still nuts over you, girl. The world knows now.
Because he's tall and she's short.
And his nuts are
Over her. Oh, this show. Huh.
What's that next beer, Tyler? There's no good segue there.
Nice. Segue.
No, I'm gonna tell it, Rob.
What are you cleansing your palate with?
Oh, I'm drinking Nancy.
It's an IPA. A little pillow.
Drinking Nance?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell the story, Rob. It'll be real short.
You're gonna tell a story.
We're all over at your neighbor's garage.
The Sopranos?
This is when Quinn was in high school.
Oh, so it's post.
A while ago.
Okay.
But we were all drinking, having fun. It might have been the night we got the cops called on us. But Quinn comes back late night, and he was on a date. And, like, I've always wanted to ask you this. Why did you sniff his fingers?
I had been drinking.
You're like, how was your day? And then he's just like, here you go. And you sniffed his fingers?
I'm not sure I wanted that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so guys, our next beer is
I just want to know.
the next beer is the
Oh, wow.
Passionberry Peach Puff Tart. This is by the Brewing Project, and evidently they don't know how to spell project.
Well, we don't know how to spell
Russian.
I don't know how to spell
Russian.
hog, so.
Or
Or we don't
Linkin
know how to
Park
spell
it.
beard.
Did they intentionally misspell it?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Passionberry Peach Puff Tart malt beverage with milk, sugar, passion fruit, peach, blackberry, and marshmallow flavor.
That's a lot of promises.
That's a lot of
They're
stuff.
all on the can there too.
It's on the can, so keep that in mind. If it doesn't come through,
Which that kind of comes full circle to when we're on Turf's Up last week, because the malt beverage. We were having a conversation
yeah.
with Russell about that, like, well, what constitutes the difference of a beer versus a malt beverage? Like, Colt 45 is beer.
Two zigzags, baby.
Yeah,
That's all we
but
need.
it says it's a malt beverage. Like, Zima is a malt beverage, which is,
Trash.
yeah. But then this is
I always thought malt was
basically a
heavier.
beer.
Malt is not just heavier.
John will be the science guy to ask on that. You seem like you can't know.
Bill,
pretty good bullshit
Bill,
on-
Nye, the science guy.
John.
I looked into why a brewer could do a seltzer, and you just got to add in a certain amount of malt and a certain amount of hops.
Yeah.
And then you can make your seltzer.
Makes sense. Can.
Heck, if it's not more too, like, malt beverage!
Can.
Ooh, it smells good.
It does smell good.
That's my second ooh in a row.
Ooh, and
That is a lot to sniff right there.
I have both hands up here, and somehow I'm rubbing John.
So many sniffing stories tonight.
Well, I mean, like, it said there's a whole bunch of shit in the can, and you smell
Oh.
it, and you smell, like, all of it.
Ooh,
It smells sweet.
Oh, we got double ooh over here.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with
You
this.
need your space.
I do.
Oh, and we got Ugly Pete.
Pete! Pete's been on the show a couple times, and we'll be back next Monday.
That's right. We got a big expensive barley wine.
Yeah, we're going to drink the Anchorage barley wine next week.
Ooh, this is good.
Yeah, it is.
That's good.
I ain't mad.
No. Oh.
I ain't mad.
That puff tells me marshmallow. I got that flavor.
I'm
today.
definitely getting the marshmallow.
Yeah, definitely getting the peach.
Oh, definitely get the peach. I'm getting, what's likely, the passion fruit.
Yeah, we never really established a good definitive passion fruit
Yeah.
for anybody, but this seems passion fruit-ish.
That's the key.
A little bit of blackberry there.
Put a bunch of stuff on the can that nobody knows
It's
what it
dragon
tastes like.
fruit.
Oh, that's my favorite is dragon fruit. It's like, I don't know what that fucking tastes like.
Star fruit.
I do know what star fruit tastes like.
With the average person.
No.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Where did you get star fruit?
Some grocery stores have it.
Oh.
I've seen it, Myers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't go to the grocery, so I wouldn't know that.
Where do you get your food?
That's what I was thinking.
I live the
McDonald's?
bachelor lifestyle. It's a lot of takeout and frozen pizza, so I just go like right in and out of like the Circle K.
Taco Bell near you is real tasty.
Oh, it is. It's a damn good Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If I got
What the
cheese,
fuck?
If I have cheese, condiments, and beer, my fridge is full, boys.
So how
Cheese,
do you-
condoms,
how do you
and beer.
keep that
Condiments.
How do you keep that girlish figure and the rest of us get fat? when we try to eat
It's
it?
not staying very well.
We brought him on the show. He's drinking even more. It's going away quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna start starving myself at dinner time or something. I'll set these calories.
This is the best one we've had so far tonight.
Oh, that's not.
by
That
a
is
lot,
underrating
actually.
the quality of this beer. That's like
It's quite tasty.
Rob, what do you think of it?
PC myself.
I would seek this out. I would definitely seek this out. This will be one that I'm gonna take a picture of because I won't remember any of this.
Yeah, I'm assuming this was a Tabor thing. Probably
This-
not.
this was
Where do we
Tabor.
find this? Was wonderful.
So the brewing project is out of
Project.
Wisconsin.
So chances are we could maybe find it. Maybe.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
I would hit up like the specialty places, your cons or
Oakland.
yeah,
Yes, but I enjoy making fun of Wisconsin.
And he said,
Vine and Table.
Ooh.
Yeah, you might be able to find it at cons sometimes. But I think I have a buddy up in Wisconsin, so I'm gonna reach out and see if he still lives there.
Yeah. What we got?
Do you got something?
Well, I kind of left it on the cam a little long, and Steph called me out on it. I got a little caught up in the good beer. It was refreshing to finally have a beer that tasted not
That's
like
a testimonial right there.
yeah, and well, not the
It
last
just-
one tasted okay, but
it's
this one tasted
distractingly
really
good.
Yeah, it really, it's
That needs added to the can.
distractingly delicious.
Distractingly delicious.
John, it's your turn to go
And
first
Brett
again.
also asked, what exactly is a cheese condom off screen, Matt? If you have to ask Brett, I can't be the one to tell you.
Oh boy,
Is that American cheese? Like
Oh,
Swiss.
Swiss? Oh.
That's a problem.
baby Swiss.
That's funny.
That was good. Insulting in general.
It's the best
this show.
I'm really enjoying this.
Matt, can we get a rinse when we get a chance, brother?
Yeah.
It's got all the flavors. I'm loving the kind of the balance between the tart fruit and the marshmallow puff sweetness. I'm gonna go a 4.
Oh my God, Matt just snapped at his ass. That was amazing.
I was enjoying it.
Dish bitch just snapped at him.
He's got a job to do.
I am gonna give it a 4.25.
Okay.
That was tasty. I'll
It-
look for
it's real
this.
good.
I'll look for this. What about you, Rob?
I will definitely look for this. The only question I have is how many of those could you drink in a setting and not eventually get a little sweeted out?
Oh, that's for me in general. That's most sweet things.
Yeah, so I'm going to go, this is the best beer I've had since I've known this show existed. I'm going to go 4.5, which is more than you guys. But
It is.
any beer that almost makes you automatically lose your man card because it's so fruity and gay, that's right up my alley.
What the fuck?
It's funny.
So that comes out to a 4.25 average.
4.25 average. Yeah.
What were you wanting to point out? Were you wanting to see earlier?
No.
What was the ABV on that one? Did it
I
say?
don't
That's what I
know.
was gonna check.
That's what I was.
That might affect, if I were to have a score that counted where it was.
It
finally
is
fall.
not on here. If
You can look it up.
I will look it up, John, you got anything for our folks so they're not just staring at me on my phone?
Well, Hecubus is bouncing out, so he's got to catch the show. Thanks for joining
feel about
us.
Hi,
Wet
Russell.
Wet Willie's good while we're...
What, Willie's? No. I mean, you can try see what Tyler
Don't
thinks,
touch me.
I'd be afraid of what might come out of there.
4.7.
Oh, boo!
That is light.
That is
For what it is, that's kind of par for the course.
That's
There's
what
not
I
much fruit
expected.
Stuff, though.
That is totally man card contestable. Everything about that beer is man card
Which is
contestable.
well, you liked it.
The untapped rating that the global rating is a 4.28.
So we're almost right on.
Yeah, we're pretty
Sorry,
much
wait.
right on par with
More
everyone.
what?
Yeah,
You guys went 4 or 4.25?
I said 4.25,
I said 4,
and you said 4.5.
and you said
Right.
4.5.
Yeah.
So you won, but I was better than him.
I was closest without going
Yours
over.
0.28.
Price is right.
I was
Price is
0.62.
right rules. I
Yeah.
am the closest without going over.
$1, Bob.
I always want to be on the show to be the $1 guy.
Yeah. It's
To
the
be-
biggest move, but it's
To
so
be the one
long.
that always get just $1.
$1.
$1.
You know what? And I go $2.
You see John go, 2.
The price is wrong,
I'd fucking
Bob.
Happy Gilmore. Good choice.
Yep.
Good choice.
How many days has it been since the beard accident?
Oh, I don't know. Check my board real quick. Rob's on top of it. It appears to be 29 days since last beard
Almost
accident.
a month.
I'm almost to a full month without fucking it up again. Thank you, Rob.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's about time to do it.
Thanks,
It
man.
has 0 length, but it's
Yeah.
filling in.
It's filling in. Mine curls so bad that it takes a while for you to actually see any length to it at all.
Damn, John coming hard.
Follow Two Beerded Guys on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Follow on Twitter because I've decided Twitter's going to be our random ass.
I like what you did yesterday.
Yeah, basically our random ass postings. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I watched Space Force and I ended up binge watching the entire season.
I just finished episode 4.
But Space Force was very entertaining. But what I did is, on the very first episode, I went and live tweeted episode 1 Space Force on our Twitter. So,
And you were actually pretty good at that.
thank you. It's not easy to pay attention to the show and live tweet. That's not easy.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not steady? You're steady, or
Just doing 2 things at once. It really struggles for Tyler.
He's trying to type in something and watch the show and
the audience doesn't watch the show?
They can't. I told them to watch the show as well.
And you're doing the 2 robots in the front row giving the commentary.
And basically,
Science
I'm basically
theater.
watching the show and just tweeting out what's happening. Yeah, it's an interesting show. I like it.
Sad face. I'm not sure if that was because
Who did?
So I don't know. So the sad face just went across the screen. I don't know if it was because Mystery Science Theater 3000 came up or because Tyler can't do 2 things at once. I'm not too sure.
So
There's a lot of comments there.
Sometimes, for one themed show, you could take a movie or something you really like, do your beer ratings while you're commentating. I mean, we could really screw him up.
I actually
we could
thought
make Tyler's
about-
head swim.
you saw how how much of a problem he had just getting the standard stuff out to begin the show today.
Yeah,
Which
well,
normally I get
hey,
whoa. Normally I get the standards pretty well. That's like my job, and I just fucked it up today. It's fine. Which, I mean, I'm good at that, evidently. You know, that's what I keep getting told.
But to Rob's point, and to build off your Space Force, I really think we should live tweet Bruce Brothers.
Oh, absolutely. I'm game. I'll watch that show again to live tweet.
Yeah, we'll live tweet Bruce Brothers.
I'm game with that.
It's on Netflix.
Don't know that one.
And it's about two brothers who are
Brewers.
running a brewery.
They own and operate a brewery. And
I couldn't have guessed that.
it's
Yeah.
all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one. But yeah, we don't use our Twitter for much, so I thought
That'd be a good use.
it'd be fun to get a little use out of it, do something fun with it.
Tell us what else we should live tweet.
Yeah, if you guys have any movies or TV shows that you think John or I or both,
Beer Fest.
Beer Fest would be a good one, should live tweet.
If we played Beer Fest, we have to play the Beer Fest drinking game.
Brew.
What was that, Matt?
If we watched Beer Fest, we'd have to play the Beer Fest drinking game.
Well, of course, and live tweet it.
Yeah,
That's a special show.
Yeah.
that'll only make it halfway through. They're like, fuck Twitter.
Oh,
And I've got the perfect table.
it would be fun to put the voyeur cam on during that,
Yeah.
but no sound, just the voyeur cam, and then we're live tweeting shit.
Yeah. Because we've got the table, we could do the games on it. Yeah.
That'd be
okay,
fun.
Okay, we're talking business.
People-
yet,
Phil and
but-
Ebert, or
Well, maybe.
People just check in every once in a while.
Which one's the dead one? One was dead, right?
Roger?
Too soon.
Roger?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
Also, we came to the bottom of the sad face. It was Jordan. She said, sorry, that was me. I wanted to be there. Someone cut my arm off.
You almost did.
We appreciate the dedication.
Her abrasion basically
Yeah.
is turned into a flesh-eating. Like, her arm is all sorts of
Right.
messed up.
Actually pretty serious.
Stay home, get feeling better. We'll get you back in here at a later date.
What he
Jordan,
said.
I don't know you, but I'm not going to chuckle about that like these two just. how do you say that's actually pretty serious?
Because we know Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brett says Strange Brew. I was trying to remember that
Ooh.
one. That would be a good one as well. Until the very end of it,
Fuck
where
you,
you're like,
Brett.
what the fuck am I
Fuck
watching?
you.
Rob did say it first.
Oh, come on.
I didn't
I
hear
said Canadian humor, strange brew. Come on. But Brett,
You gotta use your diaphragm. We can't hear you back here.
He whispered it into my ear.
Hey, I'm completely
Was that
okay
all
with
he
you
whispered
flipping
in
my
your ear?
brother off. It's cool.
No.
Like, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
it's
keeping
your
the rest
brother,
of that to me.
Did he explain to you why he's not?
Okay, anyway, guys, so this is... actually, we are coming up on the end of hour one, and instead of having another beer, we'll go ahead and cut the hour. Thanks for watching hour one. We will start hour two here in about 2 to 5 minutes, as always. We have at least 3 more beers set up for you. I'm looking forward to them. It's the one I'm most excited about is still up. The one Rob's most excited for is still coming up.
Yeah, I need to change my bag. Do we do that off camera?
Yeah.
That sounds like an off-camera thing. Yeah. I know when I change my bag and I try to do it on the internet.
I love this show. I love this show. I love
Brett also says now I'm a fan of Rob.
Thank you, Brett.
But anyway, thanks for watching hour one, guys. I am TBG_ops guy.
The dog being cute.
With us today is
Rob.
the only person who can sound less enthusiastic saying his name than our camera guy off screen
I
man.
was gonna try like off screen.
I know. Thanks for watching, guys.
Ready?
We are back!
After a can is shut in the
Oh,
last
that was
two beer
fun.
guys.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the voyeur cam while we were sitting here chilling. But we are back for our dose of the Two Beerded Guys. I am TBG_Ops Guy. As always,
My dog, B&Q.
our guest today is,
Rob Schlegel!
and behind the camera,
Off screen, Matt.
Ooh, sorry guys, that caught me off guard. Thanks, Rob. But as always,
Ask for enthusiasm.
make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch,
Steam.
YouTube.
No, we don't have Steam.
Pornhub.
Soon.
That's Voyeur Cam. We talked about that earlier.
No one wants to watch us on Pornhub.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it OnlyFans. Follow our TikTok. Although we haven't been very active on it lately. But yeah, follow us and smash that like button.
Yes.
Ooh, that was nice and loud.
That was-
That's nice echo too.
Yeah, that was solid. I'm not upset with that.
That's a longevity.
The no special events coming up this week, but next week, actually probably in the next couple days, I'll be kegging for homebrew. Well, it won't be ready to drink by next Monday. Probably sample it, but it won't be fully carved. So we're probably 2 weeks away from drinking it on keg.
Our ridiculously murky.
That is
Hazy.
sludge.
It looks like swamp water. Let's be honest. But I'm
Much
sure it's going to be delicious.
Welcome to homebrew.
There's gonna be so much hops in that,
Yeah.
but not bitter hops.
Not bitter hops.
We didn't put any bittering hops in.
What is the thing that's swimming? It looks like it came out of Java.
No, that's
On top or on the bottom?
Oh, okay.
I dry hopped it, so those are hops.
That's Fred.
And when you dry hop, it's hops added to it after the boil, and so it provides a lot of flavor and aroma without any of the bitterness from the hops. And so it basically it'll float on top for a few days, and then it'll sink after it's basically done doing what it needs to do.
But it doesn't, Alanis, it doesn't swim in your stomach or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Such a jagged little thing. 25th anniversary.
That was perfect.
Anyway, so our next beer, first beer of hour 2, is going to be the Blackberry Citrus Spinoff Sour Saison Ale brewed with blackberries and citrus peel by none other than the local Taxman Brewing Company.
Our only Indiana beer tonight.
It's their tagline's always Belgian inspired, American crafted. This is a 5% 20 IBU beer.
Mm-hmm.
Blackberry Citrus Spinoff, Sour Saison, yada yada yada. A funky twist on our house Saison. Spinoff is our crisp and summer release, showcases the flavors of the season, combining tangy blackberries with bright and zesty citrus peel. We hope you enjoy this fresh spin on a crowd favorite.
I like it.
I have to give some credit
Have you
for
had this one specifically?
Steph giving that to us a try.
Yeah, nope, Steph
No,
did do
this
this one.
is seasonal. I just discovered Taxman in the fall of last year. So.
Okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty color.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to show that off on Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm drinking out of my Taxman Death in Texas.
Oh, my bad, brother. Hold on. That ain't gonna work.
I got hosed. Daddy got hosed.
12-ounce can, I forgot.
Put it over there on the can.
Yeah.
So you can see the
Looks like
pretty
a nice
color.
Chardonnay. What color
But
Chardonnay?
go ahead and pass that.
It's like candy apple red.
Isn't Chardonnay's
ruby?
white?
It could be white.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think Chardonnay's white.
That would be a bad Chardonnay.
And then here is the actual can on Cam.
One of the more colorful
Ooh.
Taxman cans I've
Can
ever
you
seen.
guys?
Yeah.
Can you guys tell the difference between blackberry and raspberry?
Blackberry's
I'm
typically
not sure
sweeter.
I could.
Blackberry's typically sweeter.
I'm not sure. I
Still
could.
tart, but has a little sweeter flavor. Raspberry's more on the tart side.
It's got kind of a wine smell to
Ooh,
it.
that
Since
is
we mentioned
sour.
wine, that's funny.
It's not bad, but it's sour.
Well, hello there.
And is it supposed to be raspberry or blackberry? 'Cause-
Blackberry. No, but I mean, whatever they did with the sour is gonna.
Right. Because I was going to guess raspberry, so I guess I can't tell the difference. No.
It's not bad. Spinoff's always a little sour anyway, so that's what it's made for.
Spin-off?
That's the beer.
They have a few of them that are called spin-off, right?
So just Spinoff is like their seasonal sour thing, and then they do a whole bunch of different flavored different variants to it. They have like a margarita one. They have all
They
sorts of
have,
stuff.
a coffee beer in December and January that like this.
So, tart, definitely blackberry.
You changed your
Right?
mind now?
Yeah, I
I
changed
taste
my mind.
more of a boysenberry.
Maybe some
Jordan, you're
pomegranate.
not. If we schedule you again, you're not allowed to miss. This is what we have to deal with.
I'm actually getting strawberry over here.
Strawberry?
Oh nope. Yep, we're definitely not having that beer on the show now.
What's that?
The vanilla porter is the one from Guardian.
Well, we had more than one.
No, not as vanilla porter.
You said grab the vanilla.
I didn't know which one it was.
This is why we don't let John make decisions.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's Guardian. They're not that good anyways.
Sorry, Guardian.
Sorry, Guardian.
Sorry, Guardian.
Prove me wrong. Have us over and show me better beer.
Or sponsor us.
The habanero one was pretty good.
It wasn't bad. It was surprising.
Yeah.
Anyway, tart, little sweetness on the back end, light bodied as it should be. I enjoy it. Definitely a good summer,
Summer, yes.
outdoors.
Just mowed the lawn.
Yeah, it's a nice, refreshing beer.
I'm drinking this at the pool.
Probably better cold.
I don't go to the pool.
It is cold.
It's a theme with me, I think.
Complaining?
Yes.
OSMR2 puppies.
Anything else, Matt? Do you got anything for this beer?
It definitely has got that tart sourness to it, but it's not overwhelmingly sour. Like some of the ones we had before, I think I felt like I was trying to drink a Warhead, and this doesn't have that off the chart sour. It's just a nice, strong tart, but it's definitely palatable for people that, like myself, really aren't strong sour people, but maybe you are up for trying them or you want to try to get into it. I think it's good. Getting your toe in the water on the stout or on the sours. I mean,
Wow, that was intelligent.
I have my moments.
I spaced out. What did you say?
Lucid? Lucid? What, you guys weren't paying attention?
I don't talk to. I don't listen
He
to Matt.
was
We've already established he doesn't count.
That was intelligent, lucid, grammatically correct. Too bad his microphone sucks, because
Wait, is we still talking about Matt?
is we?
Yeah.
Grammatically
Yeah,
correct.
why-
See what I deal with?
You are like the Chick McGee. Just beat him. Just beat him.
Anyway,
Gonzo, you're Gonzo. It's time to get things started.
Yeah.
I can.
It's time to light
I'm
the
not
lights.
upset with that.
No.
No.
On the Muppet Show tonight.
I'm not upset with that. I used to love the Muppets. Oh.
I still.
Well, I mean, I still do, but I meant like growing up, I used to watch Muppets in New York like all the time.
It's on Disney Plus now, and they have some like
Yeah, I know.
2-minute shorts or minute shorts with like a Muppet and a little kid, and it's amazing. It's so funny.
I don't know whether to be intrigued or worried.
Blow
Oh,
around
it's-
air
it's-
biscuit.
It felt like a right cheek sneak.
It
coming
really
away,
did.
didn't
No,
it?
it was
it
more-
wasn't very
It really
sneaky.
did.
No, it was more me
Yeah.
going. All I hear is that there's shorts with a Muppet and a kid, and I'm like,
Yeah, slow-mo cam, is that one hitting you?
your cheek jiggled a little bit.
Let's go watch the Muppets on Disney Plus. It's hilarious.
I'm gonna tweet while we do it.
That beer was heavier than I
We'll
thought.
live tweet to the 30-second Muppet Show.
Tyler, what did you think of that beer?
Oh, today. I mean, it was good. Like I said, I already kind of described the beer. I'll go ahead and rate it.
Yeah. Get their money worth today. They all pay for this, right?
273.
What?
3.
2-7. Oh,
3. 3 even.
3 even.
Yep.
Just average.
Oh, that's definitely just average.
What were you going to give it?
Well, what did I give the peach fuzz? Because I'm a big fan of peach fuzz.
I don't.
You were a
fucking know.
4.5.
Yeah, you were a 4.5 on it.
I would give this a 3.75. I would definitely go to Taxman for the food and order this beer.
And I was going to go 3 1/4.
You guys are so mean.
We try a lot of really good beers.
We're just
Two
snobs.
bearded beer Nazis is what we should call you.
We're not gonna put Nazis in our name.
No?
Not
It might be in vogue right now.
I don't think that's ever.
Too
Jonathan.
soon. Way too
Will
soon.
someone rub his nose in that?
I'm not saying that I want to be,
Wow.
but
When Rob's saying "wow," you fucked up.
damn it.
I haven't been cold all night, and all of a sudden,
3 1/4.
it's chilly in here.
Jesus.
My bad. I'm sorry, guys.
Demonstrations and noble type.
Rub my nose in it. It's fine.
You said 3 1/4, right? All right, so the official Two Bearded Guys score for that one is a 3.25.
Matt, what would you give it?
I'll go 3 1/4. I think that's very accurate. Not being a sour guy, that's one that I think has got enough of the sourness that it does the category well, but it's still approachable enough for someone like me to like it.
Should have never told him it was intelligent. He just repeated himself. But you guys didn't hear it the first time because you fall asleep.
I didn't hear that time.
Again, make sure you follow our Untapped, the Two Bearded Guys Untapped. That way you can see every beer we've ever had since we created our Untapped, what we rate them.
You have the history of
The show, yeah.
There's a couple episodes we don't have the
who
beers from,
decided
but
to start doing that, and how many weeks?
we
into
did.
it were you?
Oh, well, it might have been a thing.
Like
I believe we
week
missed. Yeah, I think we missed the first 2 episodes. So it'll be week 3.
Very good.
So
Uh,
there's 17 weeks of beer.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Or 17 weeks of ratings.
no,
on
it's
top.
probably 21 because we did 3 episodes before we started counting episodes.
Yeah, so we're probably like 20 or 21 weeks of beer.
That's
So,
impressive.
yeah.
Good record.
Almost out of that first trimester.
Do you have the guest name next to him?
No, so on there is, on Untapped, I'd have to type all that in, and that's just pain in the ass. I just rate the beers.
I have 3 letters. R-O-B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pain in the ass. Really.
Yeah. Especially those 3 letters.
Yeah. That is a pain in the ass.
Anybody else here named after a felon?
I'm sure I am.
Felony?
No.
Rob to Rob?
Oh.
Good
What
lord.
is it to
But,
Tyler? What is it to Tyler somebody?
I don't know, it's been a
Probably
while.
Not good.
That was good self-deprecating humor, right?
No, that was funny. What is it to Matt somebody?
Oh,
No, Matt.
there's definitely Urban Dictionary. That'd be a.
I guarantee there's something for that.
There is.
No arms, no legs on your doorstep.
All right, so our next beer.
And let's go because this is Blackberry too.
Oh, are we doing that one?
And it's cold.
Kick ass can.
And it's in a saison. I mean, it's
What?
pretty much the same fucking beer.
We
Oh, I thought it
we
was
added
soft.
this in.
Damn it.
This was brewed and canned by Elder Pine Brewing and Blending Colorado
Words.
Company. Woo. It's gold,
Those
and
are
I keep
Those
losing
are
letters.
tiny.
Yeah, brewed and canned by Elder Pine Brewing and Blending Company, Gaithersburg, Maryland. 1 pint ale brewed with raspberry, blueberry, and boysenberry. 10% ABV.
Yes. Nice.
10% ABV. There you go, Matt.
Whoa!
It's an imperial.
Imperial fruited saison.
Saison.
That is not something I've ever had. Is an imperial saison?
No, those don't go together.
No, that's
I thought that was a relief pitcher for the year. No?
the can's sexy as hell. I can't wait to show you guys on Can Cam.
Yeah.
Real quick too, 'cause I just totally messed up on this. Brett
Shocker.
said that they had spin-offs of spin-offs from Taxman. I don't know. Did they have like
They
two
did.
versions?
Spin-offs.
Because
They did have spin-offs of spin-offs.
yeah,
That's clever.
I thought it was smart boy
Bad.
at least.
Yeah.
Fuck Brett.
This is another Cabernet looking.
It's
Tell
pretty
me
much the same
Cabernet's
damn beer,
red.
except with boysenberry.
Cabs are
If I
red.
go- if
Yep,
I go
cabs
for
are red.
two, I'm gonna be
You could say Merlot as well.
Look at you
Merlot.
over there, Tyler. Fancy.
Merlot.
You just call it red.
Didn't Merlot whip Arthur's ass?
That was Merlin.
And he's blonde.
And it was Lancelot who cucked him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cuckold. You don't get
Wow.
cuckold much.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have what he had in front of it? Can cam. We're gonna have to have a rotating can cam. Can we make that thing spin?
He's not the first one who's mentioned that.
Why do we want to spin the Can Cam?
We-
Oh,
we-
that
we-
was...
We don't have the
Tornado.
name. We don't have the. It's not a tornado. It's a cyclone. We decided that. OSM's not paying attention. This is a manual spinning can cam. And
Fuck off, we're not rich.
We're
Old
all
school.
looking at it like we're.
Kinda.
You should be a hand model.
No, we shouldn't.
Have you seen my crooked ass fingers?
Did you do a lot of catching? Baseball. We were talking baseball.
Wham!
We were talking baseball.
That means two things.
I really hope not a single player's parent ever comes across our show. Huh, shocker. Somebody must have done something in the group chat.
Ooh, this
boozy.
Boise?
Is that
Boozy.
It's 10%.
Yeah.
Is it the alcohol that's that flavor, or is it the boysenberry or whichever berry it is? That's
I
blackberry.
guess the boysenberry. Yeah, we know what that tastes like.
It's like a Blumpkin bear.
Oh, that explains a lot. Or lingonberry.
He said Blumpkin.
Blumpkin
Yeah.
berry.
Far better than a dingle.
That's what Matt had. Matt had the dingleberry.
What?
The feces.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad,
Yeah,
that, was
that's
off, I'm glad that was off screen. 'Cause as far as I can tell, he's got his clothes on.
This episode has gone so far off the rails.
Rails, what are those?
Every time I think we're getting
Approaching the rails, then we're like, no, right turn.
I don't like it much.
I don't know why.
I'll tell you,
though.
like, the
I don't
last
know
one-
why. You guys are going to have to articulate why.
It's bitter.
After feet?
After feet.
I think it's
I like it
big
more than the
deal.
last one.
Really?
I'm enjoying the different balance of fruits.
I think it's more bitter.
It's got a more educated palate than I do.
It's just sour enough without being over the top. I think this is an approachable sour that kind of anyone can enjoy.
I would interject. It's not even really sour, almost at all.
It's just like a little tartness to it. I'm enjoying it. Plus, at 10% ABV,
Yep.
holy fuck for a saison. Well, hold on, it's 10%. They might have 450 to that a little bit, but I haven't had.
Cross straight lines. They better hope they got it right.
I haven't had a 450 jab in a while, so
Yeah, no.
About a week.
Since last week.
no, I didn't do one last week. I made fun of the best
You
IPA.
drank one last week.
Oh, that's right. No, I did. I
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
I was trying. I didn't drink that too. That was shit.
Oh, that was a terrible beer, but most of theirs are. So. Ooh, shit! I said that. My bad.
Sorry, Guardian.
God, I don't like it. Oh.
Like I said, I do. It's got a little bit of funk, a little bit of fruit. I'm enjoying it.
Is the funk the thing that I'm not liking? Like, it's not soury funk. It's just like a funky taste, like at the end.
Yeah, the Budweiser after feed taste. That's what I'm catching. Some people love that.
So it's after feet. I'll go first.
Do it.
225.
Wow!
I'm not a fan.
You're saying way below average.
I'll go next.
No, I'll go next.
My show, Rob.
Attaboy.
He'll go next.
I'm gonna go with 3.25. I enjoyed it. I think it's above average for the style.
I can't call this below average. I can't call it below average. I don't like it as much as the Taxman, but it's still up my alley with the
I'm glad he said alley.
tart.
Okay.
It's up my can with the tart. I'm going to go 3.0.
All right.
For the record, that's
Solid choice.
the first time
That's
I've
a
rated a
275.
beer below Tyler.
Oh, it is.
I have yet to rate one below you.
John's the harshest critic.
Well, it's funny.
Sometimes.
Except for Tyler when it's 450.
I'm
He
more
just railed that
consistently
shit.
harsh. John is. If I don't like this beer, I'm gonna destroy its will to live. He's the one throwing out
No,
.5s
I
and.
should have.
Oh, you do that too.
Considering the lowest thing I put is
The
1.25.
first beer, you were like, fuck it, I don't want to talk about it. I hate this
Well,
beer.
it was
I hate this
shitty,
beer.
but I didn't give anything a 0.25.
I know I get a 0.25.
You did for platform.
You were
That was a 0.5.
You were calling for the head of the maker and his wife.
No, that's
and the
Guardian.
2.0. Sorry, Guardian.
Did it help that it was cold? Maybe that's my problem with it. Maybe if it warmed up just a little bit.
Oh my
Would it
god.
unlock some of that hidden flavor?
Yeah.
Did it help that it was cold? How could it?
Beer around the
You
world
had
is
between
not
your
served
legs
cold.
To warm it up.
If you go to Ireland and ask for a cold Guinness, you're getting knocked out.
Yeah, beer around the world is typically sold like slightly cooler than room temperature.
Yeah, that's why we're the greatest country in the world. They're all stupid.
And the testament to that is Twin Peaks. 29 degrees, boys.
There's a reason their craft list is like 2 beers long.
Oh, go to Twin Peaks on Halloween.
Jesus Christ.
Can't confirm.
Dish bitch, can we have a rinse?
Wow.
Not with that attitude.
That was.
that was actually his original title for the show.
Yeah,
It was. Really?
Yeah.
I like OSM.
Well,
I
that-
got upgraded.
He got slightly upgraded. We gave him responsibilities and upgraded his name, but we still use Dish Bitch when we need him to clean shit.
Yeah.
You guys remember Cheers?
Yeah.
I can't give you a raise, but I'm going to give you a title.
That sounds familiar.
Woody got a title, and then Sam got a better title, and then Woody got a title, and whoever the black-haired bitch was, Kirstie Alley, she just kept playing them off of each other, and none of them ever got a dime more, but he became executive, blah, 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 in charge of the blah, 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 and then Sam was just a little bit better. That's good stuff. You've taken him from Dish Bitch
We've lived
to
this.
OSM,
Welcome to my life.
and he feels like he's improving.
This is the song that never.
That conversation.
Yeah.
Just the good points?
Nope.
This show.
This show. I'm very excited for the next one. I'm
What do we
curious.
have?
The next one is the Platform, and I'm excited because I'm curious. Their seltzer that they made was
Is the lowest thing I've ever rated on
yeah,
the show.
it was real bad. It's our lowest rated thing I think on the show.
Oh, this is redemption.
This is their attempt at redemption. This is the Platform Beer Company's Orange Martian Sour Ale with natural flavors, a slushy style sour
Okay.
with tangerine. So you're probably gonna be rinsing again.
Theme it for tonight.
With tangerine, banana, and vanilla. Let's see if they actually get vanilla in it.
And I don't like banana, but
I do.
we'll see.
8.5%.
Banana is like the peanut butter to any good smoothie, John. It's always in there.
Grains, Pilsner. The grains are Pilsner, pale wheat, melanoidin, carafoam, and acidylated. Hops are crystal. The yeast was American ale. Adjuncts are lactose, tangerine puree. Ooh, they're even telling us
Puree,
exactly what's in
okay.
it. Banana puree
Okay.
and vanilla flavor.
Vanilla beans are expensive, so I
That's a
understand
fucking
it.
understatement.
I understand it, but damn
Um,
it.
It's a smoothie style. Can I have some paper towel?
Just in case. Just in case.
Excuse me,
Thank you.
with
Appreciate it. Ah, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks, baby.
So, Rob,
Hold on,
we
hold
were
on,
talking.
hold on.
All right, good.
It's made in
We're good.
Cincinnati, boys. It's gotta be okay.
It's another Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's Ohio. I don't think it's Cincinnati per se.
Oh, don't do that to me.
So you
Half a wreck.
you've shown a little bit of your movie knowledge with all the various quotes. You and your buddies have done this tradition in years past. What is it called? What's that acronym?
That's the LSNBMC.
Okay.
That's a long
It's
acronym.
the Late Saturday Night Bad Movie Club. When you're at a movie that you wanted to go to and you see a preview for a movie that you just look at and go, oh my god, that's going to suck. Oh my god, that's terrible. Then you call the three guys, we were a three-man group, and you say, I'm calling an LSNBMC and they have to go. And you show up at the theater and drink beer in the parking lot for an hour beforehand.
Okay.
And if it's guaranteed to be a horrible movie, you just go in and laugh at how bad it was. And the very first one that we did was one called Starship Troopers.
I love that.
That
I own
movie
them
is-
all.
It
So
was
bad it's
so
great.
horrible it was funny.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
movie. I don't know if they meant that to happen or not, but
No.
that's the way it turned
I
out.
have no idea, but we called it. We said, that looks terrible. I mean, when the guy goes, it sucked his brain, you're like, this is the worst theater ever. But there are good shower scenes. Godzilla was one of them. Somebody called me immediately after that preview call, and as soon as I saw it on my cell phone, I was like, oh crap, he's going to call an LS.
I was gonna ask which one, but any of them. Yeah.
Oh, they were bad. Some of them.
The Matthew
Is this
Broderick
the P.
one.
Diddy one?
Hey,
Huh?
do you remember the
Is this
Matthew?
P. Diddy one?
Do you remember the Matthew Broderick Godzilla?
You guys actually talk about the same one.
Is it? Oh, that's right. Did you say P Diddy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Circus 1998.
It's so fucking bad.
That would be.
This is the
1998.
soundtrack.
That would have been right around the time. Maybe it was.
My dad had all the VHS tapes of the like old school Godzillas. You know the Godzilla.
Like our show started.
Yeah, like our show started, and
Yeah, I tried.
but we used to watch them all. And we loved them. It was a father-son thing, so I enjoyed it. So, but we were pumped when they came out with that new Godzilla, right, in the 90s. And Dad and I show up, we watch it. Opening night, we get tickets, first showing. First time I'd ever done that. I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. First time I'd ever done that opening night thing, and it's just me and my dad, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. We get done watching the movie, and we looked at each other like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
My dad's like, let's just get White Castle and go home. And I'm like,
So it wasn't a bad night.
No, it was a great night. I stayed up late with my dad and got White Castle.
Yeah, any night that ends with White Castle is a great night until the next day.
Repeat the acronym one more time.
LSNBMC, Late Saturday Night Bad Movie Club. We had young kids, so it could only happen on a Saturday night.
Okay.
Late.
And it had to be
It's
a
not a
bad
midnight
movie
show.
club. Oh yeah, we went to the 11 o'clock. Back then it was just 11 o'clock. That was the latest they were allowed to start one. And so we'd be there about 9:30 drinking beer so that we were incoherent by the time we walked into the theater.
What's the last one you saw as part of the club?
It's part of the club. The last one that was called... Oh, that's a good question. That's a real good question. It might have been Godzilla. It really might have been.
That long
It's been a
ago?
while. It's been a long time, yeah.
That was like 30 years ago.
One of them moved to Phoenix, and the other one
20 years ago.
started working for IBM and became too much of a snob to hang out with.
Because we've done late movies.
Shots
It's not
fired.
been like bad movies.
No, we go to Jonathan movies.
Shots fired.
Like Suicide Squad.
Science figures, science fiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so to the beer.
One more thing.
Oh, perfect.
Biggest disappointing movie for you was Godzilla.
Not my biggest all time, but one of my most just because of like how excited
Like
Dad and
the
I were.
build up.
The build up. Dad and I were pretty pumped. I would say it's up there, but really I think it's Gods and Generals. My dad and I are huge Civil War buffs, anyways,
Yeah.
and Gettysburg was amazing. So when they came out with the sequel, which was Gods and Generals, Dad and I were like, huh, yes.
Appointment. That was appointment.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Yeah,
We made up our minds immediately, and we went and watched it, and it's kind of like what we were talking about with Master and Commander, where it's massively long and most of the scenes are boring as shit.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
relax, just
for
relax.
considering we listened to Stonewall Jackson pray 3/4 of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I get it. Everyone knows you were religious as hell, but we could have cut at least 2 of these out, and the movie would have been an hour shorter. It was bad.
I'm a huge Stephen King fan.
Ooh, okay.
Own every book that he's. I mean, when he puts something out, it comes to my house, and I just send the $23.99 every time. So I've read everything. And the Gunslinger series is one of my
it's a
favorite
good
things
series.
ever.
Mhm.
And that movie came out, and the preview came out a year and a half ahead of time or something. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, the
With
Gunslinger's
Idris
coming out.
Elba, who's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, Idris
Matthew
Elba. Yeah,
McConaughey, who
and
can be awesome.
you know, with my boys, it was like, okay, I got you ready for The Hobbit and The Return of the King. I got you ready for some really cool crap that's coming out. And I was like, the Gunslinger's going to blow them all away. I think I fell asleep 45 minutes into the Gunslinger.
I didn't even read the books to know what I should have been excited for, but I had such high hopes I was still let down not even reading the books. Like
I still have
That's
yet
just-
to see the movie.
the movie on its own merits was
Yeah.
just bad.
Who's bleeding?
Steph's here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Griffin's been
Father
on
of the
for
Year
record.
yet again. Father of the
Oh,
Year.
we're
Just
live.
let somebody else win Father of the Year once.
Alright, just once.
So yeah, this beer, before John ends up getting yelled at by his wife and has to go
I'm gonna have
upstairs.
to go upstairs.
What are you gonna rate this beer, Jonathan?
I haven't tasted it yet. We've been talking movies the whole time.
I know. It's not bad.
You can blame Jordan for that one.
Oh. It was pleasant.
I
Yeah.
forget what we were promised. It's been a while. It's been a
Tangerine,
while.
banana, and vanilla. I'm definitely getting the tangerine.
Yeah.
A little bit of vanilla to smooth it out at the end. Just a hint of banana. I'm not getting a ton of it.
No. It's a little bit there, but I'm not a banana guy, so it's just
You're kind
right
of
enough for
happy
me.
that it's not there.
I'm getting a lot of the tangerine. This is like I would turn this into a mimosa, and I would love this.
Oh, this would be a great mimosa. Throw some champagne, a little bubbly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That
Love
thing
it.
gets tasty real quick.
I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty tasty.
I'd be happier if it was a little more effervescent. It needs more
It
bubble.
does.
Needs more
You're not
bubble.
wrong.
Which is why it would make a great mimosa. Throw the champagne in there.
Yeah.
But it's actually is it a slushy or no? Did you say?
It's a smooth. It's a slushy style, yeah.
Okay.
This is a type of beer like this time of year. I've
Supposedly.
really been wanting that real effervescent, bubbly type drinks, and so this would satisfy that if it had some Sprite or some champagne in it.
What about you, brother?
It's alright.
And back to you.
Articulate as ever.
God bless it. Ooh. All right. Thank God we drink on this show.
Right.
John, score it.
I'm gonna go 3.25.
Really?
Slightly above average.
Shocks me just a little bit. What about you, Rob?
I'm gonna go. It's got to be above average. I'm gonna go 3.25 also.
I'm gonna give it a 3 even.
Okay.
Average.
Yeah, it's just average.
C.
It's solid, but it's like I'll drink it again. Somebody pulls one out of the fridge and be like, "Hey, you want this?" I'm gonna be like,
Jonathan, can you please come help real quick?
Yep, I'll be up. The thing I feel it could be if it was more bubbly,
"Yep."
I would rate it higher.
Matt, why don't you tell us what you think of the beer while John disappears for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Alright, so for my curiosity's sake, then, if you guys are saying you like it more bubbly, that goes counterpoint to the style that it's aiming for, though, correct?
But it's also not really like a typical smoothie style.
I mean, it's not as thick, no, but, so, alright, if it were thicker, would that make a difference for you? Would you be like...
I think I'd be able to handle the less bubbles a little more
Okay.
if it was thicker,
Gotcha.
because it would give you that different mouthfeel.
Okay.
Right now, it's such a lighter body.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree, yeah. If it had a little thicker consistency, I think it'd
Yeah.
be more in that slushy
Which I'd
kind
be
of thing,
more-
which I would probably
I'd be
prefer.
more okay with no bubbles.
I'd rather it be thicker than bubbly myself, I think.
As is, I want it bubbly. But I haven't had that extra texture and everything else. So, and that's the one thing is they use purees. You're not going to make a true smoothie using purees.
Oh, really?
That's what makes like the 450s smoothie styles is they put fucking fresh fruit into the bright tank. They just dump fruit into the bright tank after the beer's made.
Mm-hmm.
They dump a shit ton of beer into the tank before it gets kicked.
Is that a metric shit ton?
No, just a shit ton.
Okay.
The XXLs, that's the metric shit ton.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarification.
No problem.
It's an industry time.
But I've caught myself doing that like 4 times this episode alone. With this beer though, using the purees, you're not going to get that thicker consistency. So I was a little when I saw smoothie style and then read purees,
Gotcha.
I was kind of doing the.
Fair.
How are you gonna do that?
So here's a lesson to all brewers: don't write shit on your can.
We've talked about that on the show.
It's a double-edged sword.
Either you got to put just enough to get people to buy it,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to nail whatever's on the can. And if it's minimal, like I didn't dock this one for being not totally nailing what was on the can because they didn't overdo it. They said, and smoothie or slushy style beers are technically not even really a real style. So it's like, it's kind of up for interpretation a little more.
So be vague.
It's giving
Yeah.
you just enough to get excited without overdoing it. Or if you overdo it, you better fucking nail it. And we've had a couple beers that described on the bottle or can and then
no.
just fucking smoked it. And you're like,
Yeah.
Perfect.
so you get bonus points.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great.
But it seems to be safer to just have a can with some boobies on it that says beer. It's a beer.
Black letters, beer, right?
It's a beer.
I'm sure if there was boobs and it just said beer, that would probably sell you. Yeah, I would say so.
Because it's not lying. You like honesty.
Yeah, I
You
do.
like honesty in your beer.
I do. Well, the main reason is because
And if it tasted like boobs, then boom. You nailed it.
the big thing with beer, though, is like for the cans, like especially for our show, is we buy beer based on what's on the can. Because we have no idea about this stuff. We never had it.
Oh, yeah. When I'm in the store.
Yeah, so
Cool
we
cans, cool cans
Yeah,
sell.
so
Yeah.
John buys based on label. John will buy anything with a cool label art. I am a little less inclined to buy specifically on label art. I'm the one that it's what will catch my eye. Like it's what might make me grab it before
make
the
you
other
read
one.
it, make you notice it.
But then if I don't like what's on the can, like what it describes it as, I'll put it back and grab the boring one.
Uh-huh.
Now the first one that gets its shot though is the one with something, something that makes it stand out.
Exactly.
you know.
What if it's horribly plain? Like I remember
Some beer.
something at Mr. G's that said table and another one said plant, and they were the most boring cans you ever had. And I had a really good one. 3 really
It
bad
honestly
ones and
depends.
one really
It
good
honestly
one.
depends on how they did that. But yeah, there's some plain cans out there that are like,
Surprisingly.
okay, yeah, I'll grab this bad boy.
Brett said he'd put
You're
the
welcome.
boob beer on the cans cam.
Boob beer on the cans cam.
Side note too, while I got
Is
Tom-
Griffin alive?
Oh, he's fine. The cat scratched his back leg. And he's bleeding.
So now he's
Profusely?
got
No.
cat scratch fever.
Da, da, da.
But he
Sorry.
didn't want to stay still while they tried to, because so he was getting blood everywhere.
So what were you about to say, Matt?
I was gonna say to answer the direct question earlier, I would give it a 3.5. I think it's
I forgot I asked you that.
yeah, I think it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. It's it's not the best, but I really enjoy it. I definitely would have it again. I'd
You
maybe seek
didn't
it out
do
again.
the score.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You didn't give me the average.
We're
did you?
both 325.
Well, you gotta get save
And you
the
said
dog.
That's right, thank you.
The dog had a scratch. Didn't you hear?
Yeah, it's Cat Scratch Fever.
325 if you.
Also, now,
Yeah, we did.
now that John is back, we're also joined by Sherry Danner.
Mama!
Hey, Mom.
What's up? It's my lovely mother has joined us.
She always offers the best sex advice.
No, it's you guys give her
It's-
the sex
yeah.
advice.
Oh, do you have any sex advice for Mama Danner?
Whenever we've had, it's when we have females on the
Oh,
show,
damn it.
we
That's
let
not the
them do it.
caveat.
Yeah, fine.
It's usually whenever Sherry's on the show, then sex advice just comes out from whoever's here.
That is kind of accurate.
I would be hesitant to offer sex advice to someone who's only 50%. I mean, Brett's all right, but
You mean batting 500, huh?
Yeah, so Brett, by the way, I will kill you just for people liking you better. It's fine. Basically, fuck off.
it's a Hall of Fame average in baseball.
That's an understatement.
Sherry Danner, Cheryl Danny, Danny Cheryl.
All right, so the next beer
Yeah.
is The Experiment. Sour beer with wild Alaskan blueberries. Ale fermented in oak tanks with mixed culture. It is a 7%.
Okay.
It's by Anchorage Brewing Company, which we've had a few of theirs before.
Yep.
And then that's pretty much all they give us, which is typical for Anchorage. They tend not to overdo it. The art is fun. I can't wait to put it on the...
They typically have great artwork.
I am 100% keeping this bottle most likely.
And I'm going to come
I like the
back
label.
to the fermented in oak
Absolutely.
barrels because oftentimes your fermenters are your stainless steel fermenters. And I've only seen one other brewery that'll do this. And the fermenters themselves are wooden. And it's not barrel aged, but it's going to still get some of that characteristics from the
Oh,
from the
absolutely.
barrels.
So, does it become bottle can, or is it still can?
We still call it can.
And is Anchorage, Alaska? That's
Yes.
Alaska.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a far away.
It is.
Have we done foreign beers?
We actually have a planned episode eventually, but we've had one from Norway. Huh?
Never mind. There's a flight attendant who flies overseas.
Nice.
So you can always bring us some foreign beers.
We have...
Well, you could do.
That's
you could do
pretty.
Molson. I mean, you could do crap beers.
That's pretty.
Guinness.
I want to come back to the movie that you're disappointed in.
What's yours?
So, this is why I have a little bit explaining. I expected nothing going into this movie. I thought it was going to be a shit movie.
But you were
You were
disappointed
still
in it?
disappointed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to explain myself. Batman vs. Superman.
I actually enjoyed it.
Here's the
wasn't a huge
thing.
fan either.
I watched it, and I saw the potential. I was just like, this is like this far away from being good.
I agree with that.
So I expected nothing. I liked it better than I thought,
But you
But
knew
you were
it
still
could
let
be.
down.
and which meant I was yes.
So
Yeah.
before bottle cam, I'm going to
You
show you
knew
the color
if
in
they
that
had
bad boy.
listened to Two Bearded Guys, they could have improved it.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Sexy color right
Instead
there.
of them becoming friends because they have the same mom's name.
Which
Yeah.
is the dumbest part of the movie.
I have to say, though, I never realized that out of 30 years of being a nerd. Like, holy shit, their moms are the same.
Yeah,
Kind of blew my mind.
But I
Still
love
don't know
this.
what you're talking about.
Martha.
So
Kent and Wayne.
Batman versus Superman is a lot like the John Lemon. If they would listen to YouTube,
Yes!
guys, there's potential there.
There's potential there.
Yes.
So supposedly
You
we're
are
getting a
not.
snack.
We are
No,
not
no.
narcissistic on this show.
I think
At all.
comparatively, the John Lemon was the better
That's
of
it.
the two.
Yeah,
John-
oh!
Did I miss something? In that?
Oh,
It's an anal probe.
A Martian anal probe.
the bottle doubles? Is that what you're saying?
No,
It's
that's
two aliens
his face.
probing. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're cutting his face. You can see it more on the
And
backside.
His face really
Jonathan,
close to his
Jonathan
ass?
saw the look on his face.
I just saw
and
the
said, "That's
aliens
from an
with
anal
like
probe."
scalpels and.
That would be a painful anal probe. Jesus.
Yeah, well.
Are any of them not?
I'm sure there's some that are more pleasant than others.
I
A
don't know,
scalpel would be miserable.
You know, I asked my doctor about it, and he's like, "Well, not until you're 50 now." So, Rob,
Haven't had the silver bullets.
No prostate exam yet?
Had the prostate exam at 48. He said, we usually wait till 50. And I said, well, you got some large hands. Let's try this.
Any chance we can do two fingers?
But you haven't had the silver bullet yet?
I've not had the silver bullet yet. probably due to do that this year. Not looking forward to that, but guys, do it. You
Yep.
gotta do it.
Oh, you have
gotta
to.
do it.
What's the silver bullet?
Matt's scared to death. Oh my god, that's amazing.
I mean, that's a shitty movie. Talking about bad movies.
He asked you a question, Rob.
What's the silver bullet?
What is the silver bullet?
Yes.
Well, you need to find out what's anybody. How old are you?
35. I mean, I'm thinking it's like that movie with Gary Sinise, or no? Yeah, Gary Sinise? No.
Gary
No,
Sinise?
you're way off. This is a
You got the big teeth
medical
from Predator,
examination.
too.
This is
Gary. The guy that struck by lightning, blonde hair.
He's telling you something.
Gary Busey.
Yeah, that's the one.
Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Wait.
You don't need to worry
Gary
about the
Busey,
silver
silver
bullet,
bullet, I'm
for another
confused.
15 years unless you have a history of. Can't come up with the
Look at
word.
us.
Prostate.
Irresponsible.
Okay.
Prostate issues.
Enough of the PSA.
Men,
Let's
get
back
your
to
asses
the,
checked.
Let's get back to the booby check.
Because knowing is half the battle.
And we're all in this
So
together.
spicy.
Whew.
Was that a Brazil reference?
That's interesting.
What are we drinking? Why isn't it on cam?
The anal
It
probe?
already has been.
Bottle can.
We were talking for a while.
Oh, this is the wild blueberry. from
Oh
Costco.
yeah, blueberry. This is the first time we've been promised blueberry. Did we get blueberry?
Wild blueberry, like it's untamed. It's free range blueberry.
Free range blueberries.
Tastes better.
They're
Smells.
they're allowed to wander the range
The smell's not great.
No, it
rather
smells
than being
real bad.
cooped up like the regular blueberries.
That smells a very funky, shitty smell.
Yeah. Tastes better than this.
Flavor's better than the smell, but it still has a.
A funk?
I mean, it's a funky beer. I mean, it's a mixed culture sour, like.
Put some stank on it.
But
Do a little stank on your hang down. You ever heard that term, for heaven's sakes? Do a little
Yep.
stank on your hang down.
Oh.
oh,
You ever
boy.
heard that, John?
No.
Well, good for you for not.
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard it either.
All right.
You play baseball. You surely heard that.
I'm now
I'm
concerned.
conflicted. I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
I can't make up my mind on this beer right now.
Smell 1.5. Flavor much better than that.
Smell 1.0.
Right.
Definitely one of the more
You don't
interesting.
smell it, you drink it.
Which okay. Yeah.
There's a weird funk. Whatever the mixed culture they used to sour that gave it a.
That was the finale.
We can do more.
Maybe it'd be better if it was
I mean,
colder.
you've seen the beer fridge.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
I've made a beer fridge mistake. The $5.
Actually, we have some beer in here that we could probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need something that's not got fruit in it, so I can just kind of.
We don't have any beer down
Do
there.
you give him
that I've
3
got.
times as much as the rest of us, or does he just save
No,
it?
I sniff. I swirl it.
He also has like the world's most inconsistent palate. So
Yeah.
You know, last week as a guest, there was a green room with the pretzels with peanut butter in them.
Oh, you're right.
The green room has nothing.
Yeah, I think our
Guess
guest
what?
kind of ate all of
You
it.
guys ate all of them.
Guess what?
yeah, those
They
things
didn't eat them all.
you both massacred them.
I hammered that.
So
Beer wise,
it's
it
definitely has the
I
blueberry.
don't want to spend much time on it.
Definitely has the blueberry. The sour is a little bit of a funky,
Yeah.
Weird.
kind of went bad kind of sour, but I think that's what they were aiming for.
It's an experimental beer, it says, and
Well, it's called the experiment. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's an experimental beer.
well,
It's kind
it
of implied.
implies it.
You owe me a Coke, Jinx.
You can imply a lot of things. It's not bad. It's just an odd beer. It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
Rob, you got anything for it?
I wonder how we would feel about it if we hadn't tried a bunch of others that were of the same variety. If you'd sat here drinking Coors Light all night and had this, would it be like, wow, that's good? It's hard to judge, because I think it'd be all right if I hadn't already had 3 that were better.
The one thing about it, though, is it is so different than anything else we've had today.
I don't feel
For being a sour, it's an extremely different version of a sour.
it is a black and off-white skunk.
Oh, boy.
Would you dare say creme?
I am going to, when it comes to the
I
rating,
wouldn't dare, but you've got bigger balls than me because you're off screen.
Matt, what do you think of the beer?
I don't know. It's just slightly off of center on what the other sour stuff has been tasting that we've tried today and other days. It's kind of more of its own thing comparatively.
No doubt.
Yeah, the funk on it is different than what I like, but I don't know if it would appeal to others. But it's definitely that more the niche than the mass. I feel.
This is definitely a beer that like a smaller group of people would enjoy.
I mean, the flavor of like the blueberry stuff is good. It's just the sour funk to it is the weird
It's
part
funk.
of this equation.
Yeah. What Tyler's saying, it could have groupies. It could definitely have hey, this is the bomb.
Yeah,
I
can see it appealing to a small demographic for sure. Like,
I typically like this style of sour in a lot of ways. Like I like the funky sours, but this one I think missed just a hair, and I'm gonna go ahead and rate it, and I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Yeah, so there's two things going on, and I am going to dock it. Like for flavor wise, it's not bad, but so much part of that taste experience is that aroma, is the scent, and that's horrible.
It's not a great smell.
No,
It's like a $2 whore.
which is very very on point because I'm going to give it a 2.0.
about where 250.
Rob, what about you? Ooh, our barley wine next week is by Anchorage.
I'm gonna go 2.75. It's below average for me. 2.75. I wouldn't choose it.
So Tyler, what were you?
Probably it's I was a 2.5, so it'll probably come out to 2.5. I'm not a math genius or anything, but
Matt, what were you thinking?
I would concur with the 2.5. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing, but it's just so odd. It doesn't do it for me personally. But
I wonder what would have happened if we'd gone first with that one. Can we
probably the
rewind?
same.
Can we?
honestly, probably the same.
Do you guys have 2 more hours of your life to kill?
I don't have another one of those beers.
I was talking about fans.
speaking
Have
of,
we driven them all off? Are
we
they
got
straight?
someone from Twitch. That's the pro with Twitch. Yeah.
Hey, Twitch.
42 Worm. Wow, episode 20.
That's-
I know.
that's
we're
Cameron.
surprised.
Yeah, it's
oh,
fucking Cam.
Anybody else is that we're still at episode 20. But
Matt went from excited.
We're like,
Matt went from excited to not very quickly.
well, last time we had someone on Twitch was like,
Dude,
people
we
from
had a
outside the
fucking
country or outside the
amazing.
world.
We
That
had
was neat.
Germany and Switzerland that time.
Yeah, that was cool.
Or no, Sweden. Germany and Sweden.
We need
I
them
mean,
to
we
send
still
beers.
like you, Cam.
We've been
Yeah.
trying.
I just didn't realize that was you.
Cam is the worm.
Cam
All right,
sucks.
so that was kind of a down note to end the show.
Yeah, we're not into the show.
It's kind of a down show.
Oh.
There's-
We don't have any stouts down here.
You do too.
Well, I meant in there.
No, but stouts aren't meant to be cold.
Exactly. Grab a stout.
Well, we need a rinse too. It is also, if it's near the end of hour 2.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, we're only doing one more beer.
All right.
What do you want?
Fair enough.
Nothing out of there.
We're gonna go Everest, the vanilla Everest,
Perfect.
because we've got the big one coming in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, my brother.
When he leaves, does the camera quit working?
No.
So he sees us making those faces at him as he walks away?
Yeah, usually.
Oh.
Yeah. At least other people do.
But, it's fine. So, movie buff, both of you are just, actually all 4 of us in this room are big movie people.
I just can't remember movie quotes. I'm not that person.
Favorite all-time movie.
Wow. You got to give categories.
So, for me, I do have 2 that take the top, and it's 1A, 1B for me. It's the original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween.
Good
And then you're going to laugh at this because I go the complete opposite direction, and it's Fox and the Hound by Disney.
one. Oh my goodness, those are both good. But you're in your categories, in your horror category, in your
Disney.
Disney animated category, yeah. For me, the all-time favorite is gotta either be Caddyshack or Stripes.
Caddyshack's amazing. Stripes is very good as well.
If they had to lose every movie in the world and not have another one, for me, it's The Return of the King.
Such a great. I mean,
Cinematography on that's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Peter Jackson.
if you're talking about like technically like just amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There was no way in the world that trilogy could have lived up to my expectations. I've read that trilogy 7 times.
Right.
Read it to my kids. There's no way that somebody could have taken those books and made them into movies that satisfied me. And other than Tom Bombadil not being in them, it was
That did break my heart with Bombadil because he's one of the more entertaining characters in the books.
He's the god figure.
Yeah, I like Tom. Those books are great. The movies are great, especially
Animated. Favorite animated. Because Fox and the Hound is wonderful.
Fox and the Hound
hard
would
to beat.
obviously Fox and the Hound would be my favorite animated just because it's one of my top movies of all time. But honestly, they came out with one not that long ago that I truly love. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That is the perfect comic book movie. It is everything I've ever wanted a comic book movie to be. It's a live comic. I love that movie.
Its soundtrack is amazing. The animation is
the art style was great.
I have the Regal Pass for $15 a month or something,
Nice.
so I can see every single movie, and so there's no excuse not to see a movie because I
absolutely.
go for the popcorn anyway, and I chose not to see that one.
Ooh, that was wrong.
Apparently,
That was
both
wrong.
my kids,
I own it. I
both
own
my
digital.
kids would tell
I
me
own
that,
it.
that was a bad decision.
It was wonderful. I know. I did not see it in theaters, and I wish I would have.
I didn't either, and I wish
always
I would
thought
have.
superheroes. Let's go make an Avenger comic. Let's go have Thor and Iron Man and all those guys. Yeah. And hell, I'll look at Scarlet, whatever the fuck her name is, all day long. But put it in a cartoon, and all of a sudden, I feel a little weird looking at Scarlet.
Well, she wasn't in it, but
Yeah, but
There was a lot of neat voice acting.
Spider-Gwen was in it.
it's like the bare naked ladies thing. They got the cartoon characters make me thinking bad things. That's not exact. Don't quote me.
So Brett said he's got a list of movies.
all right, Brett.
He's got Christmas Vacation, Major League, and Big Trouble in Little China. Very solid movie.
I would have.
Oh, I couldn't do Big Trouble. Little
I
China.
would have nailed if somebody asked me Brett's top 3. I would have gotten 2 out of 3.
I should have asked you.
Big
what
Trouble
top three
in
were.
Big Trouble in Little China. I would have missed. I would not have known that was one of his.
Does he like Snake Plissken? Because that was some badass movie stuff.
So
Over the top, on purpose, good stuff.
I'm
LA
not saying.
or New York.
What was the first one?
New York.
That was the good. That was the gooder one.
And we also got Jeremy on here, no last name. Casablanca, Dawn of the Dead, and it's a mad world.
Dawn of the Dead is fantastic. That's
Yeah,
Woody
this guy's all
Harrelson,
over it.
and oh my God, that's good stuff, Jeremy. That is good stuff.
Yeah, he nailed that. That's good stuff.
The second one wasn't bad either. I saw them in the wrong order, unfortunately. So the first one, I was like, "Hey, that's really good."
Sherry Danner's got White Christmas.
Sherry Danner's related to somebody around.
That's one of my mama's all-time favorites.
White Christmas.
Now, I'm going to name 2 movies. And I'm not saying that they're the best movies of all time, but I'm a kid of the 90s. And these 2 movies, and I
Teenage
can
Mutant
almost
Ninja
stretch it into 3, but I'm not going to.
Broken Arrow, Face Off.
Braveheart
All right.
Oh,
and Fight Club.
No.
oh.
Braveheart, yes. Fight Club, no.
Braveheart. Some of the greatest lines ever.
Being a 90s kid, like, those 2 movies were like, you know, the boy movies.
Although
of the
I will
90s.
admit,
Do you have the lines memorized?
I
like
like-
you say you can't do.
I think I like
More
Gladiator.
from those 2 than I would others.
If I were going to say, so
means no.
how long are these spears?
I
No,
think-
don't know.
I-
Long as a man?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, some men are longer than others.
I-
Your mom's been talking out of turn again. There's some fantastic comedy in Gladiator. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say,
Braveheart.
I honestly think I enjoyed Gladiator more than
They're
Braveheart.
both wonderful.
There's a part of Gladiator that is way too long and boring that kills that movie for me. It doesn't kill it. It's
When
still,
he's walking through the field,
it's after the initial battle.
Yeah, that dream sequence.
that dream sequence
It's
is
after
fun.
the initial battle, but before he gets into, being a gladiator.
Oh, I
it's
gotcha.
the whole Marcus Aurelius being killed, whatever.
See, I like that part.
All right, do you know the first line?
The only part of the movie I didn't
In
like was
Gladiator.
legitimately the dream sequence. I was not a fan of that. But
The first line in the movie Gladiator.
no. Who the fuck knows that?
I do.
Of course you do.
I'll speak the Uda. Remember the Hun?
The
Yeah,
barbarian.
Yeah.
but what the fuck?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Brett said Pulp Fiction's a close third.
Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction, that's
He
good.
is a big
Pulp
Pulp
Fiction.
Fiction fan.
Carrie Hurt, my wife, who we will not name, she has been like, hey, we've got to watch Pulp Fiction. Everybody keeps telling me you have to watch Pulp Fiction. You have to watch Pulp. I kept saying you're not gonna like Pulp
You
Fiction.
have to watch all.
You are
Tarantino's
not gonna
movies.
like Pulp Fiction. If you watch it 4 times, you might start to like it, but you won't give it 4 chances. Yeah, we watched it. She was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but it's fantastic.
Who is...
Say what again?
Name 1 or 2 directors or filmmakers that... Who's your top 2 guys? Who are the guys that, if they make a movie, you will watch it every time, no matter how dumb it looks?
Peter Jackson and Tarantino.
For me, it's Tarantino and Mel Brooks.
Oh, Mel's not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I think he's
but
kind
that's
of
a good
put a
one.
retire-
But you get what I'm saying. If
You said if he makes a movie
yeah. So if
from Beyond the Grave, it's going to be tough to do.
hey, you never know. Maybe he made one.
If he made one from Beyond
Wait,
the
yeah,
Grave,
Mel's alive.
I would be there.
Isn't Mel alive?
But he's retarded. He's got to be retarded.
Christopher Nolan's got to be in that.
What about
group
Jason
now.
Bay? Because he is just
Chris
falling
Nolan
off
hasn't
the
done a
cliff.
movie in a while
He's
either.
falling off.
Who?
The guy that makes all the exploding movies.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Michael
Oh, I
Bay.
said Jason, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah, Michael
I was
Bay. He
confused.
was like, right, and then
And
wham!
then some good ones like The Rock.
He got-
Or
we talked
you
about
have guys
today.
like
But then-
M. Night Shyamalan, who
God, I'll go to him
Who-
just because he's interesting.
who started off with like
No, M. Night
cool, great
Shyamalan
movies.
is just a fucking rip-off artist.
Well, he started off cool and great, and then all of a sudden was like, all right, now everybody expects a twist, and I'm going to throw him in awful ways. Like The Village, one of the all-time worst movies I ever paid
Village
to
is a
see.
rip-off of a short fucking story. That's where I was like, okay, I've read this in
The-
freshman year.
But The
of high
Village,
school. I know
The
exactly
Village
what's gonna
pissed
happen.
me off because it legitimately, like, halfway through the movie, you find out the details. It's like, what the hell?
Okay, so you guys have gone older school guys. I totally respect, great people. But I'm going Christopher Nolan and Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, I'll
Ooh.
agree with, of the modern ones.
Never heard of him.
He's fun.
He
Thor Ragnarok
And
and
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo. I was going to say Jojo Rabbit was my next
yeah,
one.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't
Jojo
know
was
that
so
him.
great until it got really sad. And I was like, oh, my heart.
Taika Waititi is probably of the more modern ones.
Okay, biggest COVID-19 disappointment. A Quiet Place 2 was due to come out. Did you guys see A Quiet Place?
I have not yet.
Who was the guy from The Office?
Jim.
Jim.
Jim
From
Halpert.
that, if you say I haven't seen it, you've blown it. Because to be in a theater with 150 people in a movie where there's no sound is just the weirdest experience you've ever had. Nobody. The movie is if you make any noise, the aliens come eat your ass. So
Like,
there's
literally?
there's no sound in the movie. They do hand signals and then every once in a while there's a sound and it's like "Rah!" and you're like, oh shit, the aliens are gonna eat them. But the whole theater, the
Now
whole
I gotta see
audience,
this.
What?
the whole
I
you
don't.
can't now.
I've
You
never-
can't see
You
it in
didn't
a
like it?
theater now.
No, I never saw it. I'm not going to.
You can't see it in a theater now, and that was
Brett
the
says it's a great
experience.
movie,
There's
though.
150 people going.
So you're not going to watch it?
Nope, I no
It's
longer
just
want to
gonna
watch
watch
it.
movies.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh hey,
yeah.
We did spin off for a little bit.
We did,
Yeah.
which is fine. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
people-
Can I throw in a letdown on
No.
the movies?
yes.
Yeah.
Wanted.
Oh, yeah.
The movie where they bent bullets.
Yeah,
with
that movie was
Angelina Jolie.
terrible.
On its own merits, the movie's
I thought it'd be so
passable.
It
cool.
had some neat stuff in it.
It
had
did.
some neat stuff, but the story didn't carry the movie.
If you read the comic that it was based upon,
Oh, I didn't even
It was
know
based
that.
on a comic,
yeah, it was
I
a Mark
didn't even
Miller
know that.
comic, and it had like the comic was amazing. It had so
so
much
probably
potential.
pretty good if Mark Miller made it. Yeah.
Yeah, really. What the premise was like the villains won, and the villains are the Illuminati running everything behind the strings. And what they do is they build like time machines to go rob other like time chronologies to get richer, just because there's no heroes to fight. And they just come up with these like crazy diabolical schemes, just get richer, get more power, even though they're already like running the world. And the Wesley character is the son of one of the guys who gets like brought into the fold, and then he like tears it down. But there's so much stuff they never even tapped into. It's like, this could have been amazing, and you fucked everything up. The Limb of Fate, what the fuck is that? It's a fucking cross stitch. That's retarded.
Now you're
No
right.
matter what's
He's
going
rambling.
on.
He's rambling.
He is rambling. He's on a roll. I don't want
That
to
was
say
good.
anything.
I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah.
He went
I was
right.
done.
He went right from
Jugular.
intelligent to rant.
I was okay with
That
that.
was a rant.
My soapbox is put away.
And Matt, tell me how you feel because the first one was amazing. Kingsman 2.
I actually enjoyed the second one.
I did too. I
See,
did
it's
too.
It wasn't as good as the first
It wasn't.
one.
Well, the first one had that surprise factor
It
where
did.
I went in there like
Wait,
I'm
that's Mark
hopeful.
Hamill.
I went in like hopeful, but I had no expectations. Like I think we had mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And then like the first one just blew me away.
Yeah.
And the second one, like it's hard to top like that first debut album, like Linkin Park's first CD. They could never do better than the first one because it was just like when it broke out.
Can't
it was
tell
like-
when he grew up.
Tangent.
Yeah, I mean you never heard that. That was just like a crazy.
Yeah,
like,
the sequel never equals.
Exactly.
And there were parts where the mentor comes back and he's a butterfly dude. I mean, there was stupid stuff in it, but still the main character is likable.
Yeah, everything
And-
worked. It
and
just
the dude
wasn't
in charge of the bourbon guys was likable.
I kind of feel like the fact that they brought Colin, whichever the guy that got shot in the eye, like bringing him back kind of demeaned his death in the first one too. Like if they would have left him dead, it would have had bigger impact than bringing him back.
So he could have come back as Obi-Wan, a ghost. Hey, what is your quickly opinion of the Hunger Games?
I enjoyed them. The books were a lot better though.
Books were better, movies were okay.
I'm flip. Like it's one of the few movies that I think I liked a lot better than the books.
Really?
Yep. And I think the third one or fourth one not as strong, but the first and second movie especially.
First and second one were both very good.
So I am currently reading the prequel. Did you know she did that?
Yeah,
I did, yeah.
actually.
Have you read it?
I have not yet.
Oh, Coriol, the Snow.
It's just
Snow,
weird that she
it's-
focused
it's
on the snow for the main character.
It's the boyhood of Snow, and he's a good dude.
Isn't that so weird?
He's a good
Makes
dude.
sense for a prequel. What are you gonna really tell about Katniss you didn't already know?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
She grew up in a shitty life and only did something important when
Yeah,
she
Katniss-
volunteered for her sister.
Katniss' story's done.
She's hot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jennifer Lawrence is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then she did something off in space. It was horrible.
Jeremy, have you guys? I've seen both of these, so I have an opinion. But have you seen Hereditary or Midsummer?
I have not yet. I heard Midsummer was disappointing.
Because it's Ari Aster. Jeremy's pointing out as an up and coming director that did both of those, and both of them were ranked as oh my god, it's new, redefining horror. I was curious if you guys had seen them, what you had opinions if you had watched them.
I have not watched it yet, mostly because a buddy of mine who, he's a massive movie guy, but we like similar movies, and I kind of take his word for a lot of things. And
You're a sheep.
he'll get a hold of me sometimes. No, it's more just if it's a movie I wasn't sure I wanted to see to begin with. It's do I waste?
You'll bounce it off him.
Yeah. Hey, do I waste money on this? Do I waste time on this? And it is not a. He's like, yeah, it's not a movie I would waste the time on. I'm like, okay.
John, Rob, you guys check them out or no?
All right.
If Jeremy says to,
Here.
yes.
All right. So we're gonna switch to the beer
I
now.
trust Jeremy just from the conversations we've had in the last 2 hours.
So again, we're gonna switch to beer now because
Great conversation.
yeah, I love the
we need to
conversation,
get
but
back
He's getting
on.
firm.
We're engaging with the audience.
so
Yeah,
again,
I can say that Ari Aster's overrated.
Maybe instead of beer we should do movies. Or
Did
whatever.
we
No.
read this one? Did we read what we were expecting?
no,
I know
because
what I
nobody,
taste.
you guys
I
didn't
know what
shut
I
up
taste.
long enough.
Tell
All
us
right,
about her.
so this is the Vanilla Avarice by River North Brewing.
Brett wouldn't be butthurt.
It is a dry imperial
You would roll
stout
it.
brewed with vanilla.
You would with cherry dip.
It is 9.5% ABV. What happens when you combine an excessive amount of whole bourbon vanilla beans with Avarice, our OG dry imperial stout? It's Black Magic, of course. So, bottle can, whatever the fuck it is.
Crystal can.
You get a little more rotation? Just switch. Other way?
Man, what's
We're all watching them.
what?
It wasn't lined up right for the camera to see.
Which I'm glad that you say. All right, so it's a dry imperial stout, so that kind of helped me like gauge what I thought of this. Because drinking it, I had kind of one impression, but I was waiting to hear what it was.
It's to me,
Kind
it's
of like Midsummer and from Jeremy.
yeah. I'm thinking overly roasty, which it makes more sense if it's a dry imperial. But I'm not getting much vanilla out of it at all.
Ooh, I did.
I'm getting vanilla. My big thing with it is, for being an imperial, it's a little light.
Yeah.
We said it's what 9.5.
I'm not talking about ABV even.
Body
It's
wise.
just the body's light.
Oh.
The mouth feels soft. It's all right. A little roasty, a little bitter in spots, but I enjoy that in imperial. It's kind of what I expect. The vanilla's there. The flavor overall's there, but the big thing is the body doesn't support it. So it washes away real quick, and I think that's why
Yeah,
John's
maybe
missing
that's
it.
why I'm missing it.
Um,
I'm getting so much roast. Like the roast is
What
so
does
strong.
what does imperial mean?
Just higher ABV, more likely over 8%.
And typically it's going to be a little heavier body, so a little thicker because of the malts that are required to make it higher ABV. They have to put a lot more in
Okay.
to get the sugars.
And I wanted to try this one because I have coming the double cinnamon double Everest,
Yeah, Matt's gonna fucking hate that one.
which is a
John's
17.
gonna hate that one. He eats the
I
same thing
know.
I do.
But
That's
it
true.
is a 17%
Oh wait, it's not
Whoa!
watermelon.
from the same place. 17% cinnamon.
Is that legal?
Huh?
Coconut.
Yeah.
In
Well-
Indy?
Watermelon.
Sure.
Now, I almost pulled the trigger on that too, but then when I was like, well, cinnamon, I could probably handle. I was like, double cinnamon? Might be a bit much. I'm like, I know
Double
John's
shot
not gonna
power.
like it, so
No, but the 17% got me.
yeah. So I'm glad I had.
So I
got
wanted
off.
to try this one first because I know that one's coming.
Rob, anything about this beer that you want to say?
I taste coffee.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I taste
Matt?
coffee.
Man, a few words. When he's right, Rob is right.
Matt, anything from you?
I'm definitely getting more of the coffee roastiness, like Rob and John were on the page of. Not getting
But like
so much
Tyler said,
vanilla.
it's light, and I'm not a coffee fan, so it was actually more acceptable than some of the coffeeier beers.
I don't even want to know.
I'm
It
kind of the
was
mindset
brother
where
brand.
I'm not a coffee person either, ironically, but I love like coffee flavored stouts. I don't know how my brain works most
Really?
days. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and score this.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
We weren't paying attention. Sorry.
OSM.
Yeah, that's just the hurry up button that the.
You were
the-
cut so clean you didn't bleed much.
Anyway, so
That's
Rob, your
fun.
turn to go first.
I'm gonna go. God, it's probably average because I'm not a fan of that type. That's not fair. So I'm gonna go 3.
I got confused on that, but go ahead, John.
He's not a big stout
I'm not
fan.
a fan
so.
of stouts, so I can't go below average because it's probably better than average. That was unintelligent trying to be intelligent.
So most words that come out of your mouth.
You know,
Yes. Read me like a book.
Tyler, you might need to go because I didn't even know about it.
Was that English?
No.
Tyree.
Tyler,
I will go ahead.
Who's Tyree?
Yeah,
I will go ahead and give my score.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 2.75.
Below average.
It's solid, but the weak body is bugging me. It needs to be heavier.
I'll go 3.
Wow, that was a long time to wait for a 3.
I know.
So that'll be a 3 average. Matt, if your score actually counted, what would you give it?
Since it doesn't, I'll say a 3 to a 3/4.
3 to a 3/4. Lazy ass.
I was debating around there, and then
Yeah, like it's average. It's not bad. Like I can't go under a 3, but it doesn't merit a whole lot over a 3.
I should have dinged it for not. I didn't get much vanilla out of it, but
So what's going to happen for the show is we're going to go ahead and sign off for hour 2. We're going to end the show. We will go back live for our third hour. It won't be a full hour. We'll do however
a little
long.
bit of.
We are going to actually drink a new beer during that. John handed me. But I want to go ahead and what we'll do is we'll pour it and we'll probably get into a rant about movies. And because we'll have started a new hour, there's kind of no time limit in hour 3. Everybody knows we ramble anyways.
Yeah.
So that's one of the
Yeah,
reasons I was
done
trying to
now.
cut us off and move on a little bit was because of the getting to hour 3.
Hour 3.
Cut me off.
Oh, I was doing my best to cut everyone off. But anyway, it's been great for this episode. Thank you guys. We appreciate Rob being on the show. He'll probably stick around for a little bit during hour 3 as well.
Yeah.
Mostly because he has more to drink. I can't imagine him leaving that on
And
the table.
and I'm sure we're going to get more into movies. And hour
Absolutely.
3 is the incoherent rambling hour. So
I love you guys, but if I don't see some pretzels or chips or something to soak this shit up, I'm out of here.
But we
Yeah.
appreciate you guys joining
Stephanie,
us.
are you still listening?
We love you guys. Thanks for watching. I am TBG_Ops guy.
but hog being Q.
Behind the camera.
Off screen. Matt.
And our guest today is Mr. Rob.
Rock and Rob Schlegel!